Greetings, adventurers.
Oh, hi there.
We're going. And welcome.
Oh, hi guys.
And welcome to another Role Players. You're in for a treat tonight. I couldn't even break through us all doing a rendition of Game of Thrones music to let them know we're going live. So now we're going live.
Acapella.
Live.
In chicken.
Okay, you guys, I can't see you yet. Quiet. So,
we're not here.
Hello, adventurers. Welcome to another Role Players. We're so excited to have you with us as we play the world's greatest role-playing game ever created, Dungeons and Dragons. I am your dungeon master, Judd. And, well, you've heard the other people, so let's show you my players.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I was just
We're just gonna do this all night. I love it.
Yes.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. Well, these are my role players.
Hey guys.
Let's play some motherfucking D&D.
Motherfucking D&D. All right. Thank you. We're so excited to have you back as we play our obviously crazy homebrew game of the Lost Continent here, Dungeons & Dragons 5e.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's fun. It's a great time.
Normal.
As opposed to subtly, sneak attack crazy, the kind that catches up on you later and you didn't see it coming. Ours,
right.
you're like,
Some sneak attack on.
called it.
What?
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Just let it play.
Just let it happen. Let it happen.
Write it out.
Okay.
Write it out.
So
Glad your heroes are.
as always, we have a couple announcements.
Oh, there you
Beginning
go.
with
Brent, I love it.
Genevieve. And we'll get to the fact that we see our friend Brent is back. But thank you.
I see.
I see you, and I raise
Hello,
you.
everybody.
See you.
I see you.
Well,
Oh wait, who's this?
I am the sponsor, Skull Splitter Dice.
okay, guys. Skull Splitter Dice are providing all of our dice rolling gear for the stream, and we are super excited to partner with them. And you can visit their website and use the code. I'm going to pull this up so you can make sure you actually understand me. TRPSS15, like the role players.
Oh, hey.
Skull
I don't know what we
Splitter.
did there.
What's as
Skull Splitter.
Chirp.
Skull Splitter
That's very
15.
funny.
They're giving away free candles, too.
Wait, candles?
off your
I like
order.
free things. Do you like free things?
Oh, my gosh. Look at
And
free
then
candle.
you can look really cool if you want to get some cool helmets and what is this, axes?
Right. Wait, Genevieve, so you buy 100 dice sets and you get that awesome gear, right? That's how it works?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cut to
yeah.
Skull Splitter's sweating, wait, no, don't tell me. What are you guys doing? Sure.
No, if you guys buy 100 dice sets, we'll buy you that awesome gear.
Right.
Basically,
Yeah.
Skull
We'll do
Splitter's
that. It's good.
awesome.
They are.
You get a
Splitter's awesome.
Tesla.
They have the
You get a
coolest
free
stuff. They have the
Tesla.
coolest
Wait.
dice.
I
They
can
are
make this
so
happen. Let me
gorgeous.
get this.
Go
That's
get
the
some
Matchbox
freaking
girl.
dice, guys.
I just rolled all 20s,
Or I'll-
even on a D6,
I'll
so you should
do
get
that.
it.
Trying.
to
Oh luck, dice gods promise.
On my
I'm taking off my helmet.
Yeah, you
'cause I'm
can.
sweating.
Thank you, Genevieve.
Well, and because your hair is fabulous, and we need to see it.
I didn't wash it
Right.
for a week.
See, isn't that the best? It's so good for the hair.
Ooh, look at that high pro glow.
Okay, and Wiki, I think you have a couple other things to add to that.
Absolutely. So, friends, you may notice that we're actually super, super close to 1,000 followers on Twitch and also Twitter, I believe. And we're really freaking excited about that. Okay, guys. So we're doing a massive giveaway, a massive push to try and get that 1,000 followers, because we all know that's a big fucking deal. So we're doing a massive giveaway. There should be a link in the chat, and there's going to be heaps of stuff up for grabs. I think we've got a prize pack from Skull Splitters with a swanky dice tray, heaps of those sexy dice. Don't be like me. Don't use shitty dice. Use Skull Splitter dice.
Please, for the love of God.
Oh, love of God.
Anything but those.
I'm still waiting on my set.
Yeah.
It's on the way.
And there's going to be heaps of role players merch as well.
Yep.
And if we get there by next Friday, we're just going to straight up add $100 to the prize pool.
Words.
$100. That's so much money that I couldn't even articulate how much money it was.
Nice. I knew there was
straight
100
up
in there somewhere.
Cold hard cash. So yeah, get in.
Yeah, and
Make it happen.
and Winky, a personal shout out
Personal note?
you wanted to do, because we see you
Yes,
wearing
actually.
something fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so friends in the chat, you may have noticed I've added a little bit of bling in this particular episode. I have some of some interesting cosplay items here. There are Kian's winged pauldrons, the infamous, notorious, and indeed legendary winged pauldrons, and these were commissioned by my blacksmith in New Zealand and sent halfway across the world for me to wear tonight. And so there are two people that I believe they're in the chat. There should be someone called Rainbow Cat 15 and also a really annoying guy called Professor Cogsworth, I believe. These are my two friends from New Zealand who made these for me, and they were part of my original Dungeons and Dragons group. The guy named Professor Cogsworth, Matt, was the guy who got me into Dungeons and Dragons in the first place, actually brought me to my first table. And it was, like I've previously said, when I was in a really dark place, and it completely changed my life. And Amy is a player in my current campaign that I'm running, Out of the Abyss, and is also been a huge part of our Dungeons and Dragons group. We actually all used to live together back in Auckland, New Zealand. And D&D was such a huge part of our lives. Our house became this absolute castle for all of our friends coming together as part of this D&D community. And, you know, when I actually opened these up today and got them ready, it just really like, you know, we say D&D is the greatest game on earth, and that's 100% true, but it's also the people that you play with, you know, that make this game so special. And like the role players and like my friends back home. And so I just wanted to say like a really huge thank you, because it brought a tear to my eye just to see like how much love was put into these. I love cosplay, I love creativity, and I really, really love things that are homemade. And these are pretty fucking cool. Look at them. Check them out.
Amazing.
Check them out.
They're
So fucking
so
cool.
gorgeous.
So yeah, thank you so much. And like, I hope we can just like keep that sort of love in the chat coming along. So yeah, and yeah, please, everyone else in the chat, show Rainbow Cat 15 and Professor Cogsworth some love. So yeah. Anyway, that was all I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Nice, brother.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. And thank you. Obviously, you could tell our love of this game, and the people, as you say, the people that we play with really was what makes it. And so we love all you out there, and I love all you guys. So with that said, I'd say, all right, everyone, time to go. Bing, bing. Time to grab some ale, and grab some provisions. Grab your weapons, because it's time to adventure on tonight's episode of the Role Players. Role Players.
The wind and the waves, the sun and the sky, the earth and the water, where dreams come to life, where all imagination gives you a sensation to explore. Mystical creatures roam this world. Stay close to each other. Teamwork is your mother. Be safe and find your way.
Again.
Hi.
So Brent, I hope we'll see you tonight, and as I look for, I don't remember how to make you disappear, so maybe you're actually going to stay with us. No, here it is. All right, we'll see you hopefully tonight, or we'll see you when we find you. Oh no, tear. Oh, boom. And now he's portaled. He's portaled.
Goodbye forever.
Oh, well, it's up to you guys to find
Who wants to
more
live
people.
To not
forever?
derail the narrative.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's not my place. I'm just the DM.
Well, just like anytime Judd's like, so you see a shape that looks kind of like a person, like let's go the other way. It's just like we
Right.
never find him.
No, we don't want that.
So you don't know what's gonna happen, folks.
Yeah, 16 episodes later, Brent's still a swirling portal because you guys just refuse to interact with him. Okay, just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. So bringing it in. Can you guys hear the music okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Forgot to ask you that before. All right, so last time, having battled and survived against some sort of avatar of Fornuge, you found yourselves battered, weak, and devastated at the loss of Faruka. Knowing you were running out of time, and with the rest of the necromancers around, you made a quick search of the room, then constructed a stretcher for Faruka's body. Upon exiting the main chamber, however, you saw that the necromancers, having been alerted to your presence, were entering the hall from the other end. Ciara said she would take on the lead to buy some time. Seville, you disguised yourself really quickly as a necromancer and joined her, running up to the front. However, the deception failed, and a raging battle commenced. The wizards launched devastating fireballs, along with prodding forward skeletons and Miri to battle you. The attacks, however, were too great, and Hortzak fell. Ciara was incinerated. He came back. Not Ciara.
Ciara didn't.
Sarah dead?
Ciara is.
She's very
Sierra,
She was.
Yeah, she is.
She was
roasted
incinerated.
new.
Yeah. Yeah, through
damn.
skill
Literally to a
and
crisp. She was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
Whew.
yeah, through skill and daring, you managed to push the enemy back enough to close those main doors. Seville, you wanted to stay and fight, but after reviving Hortzak, he pulled everyone into the secret entrance in that column and got you guys to safety. A few minutes later, however, Seville, despite everyone's protests, you went back to retrieve Faruka's body, as a good soldier would. You were discovered by the necromancers, and you managed, however, to bamf that body out and just, you hope, managed to get back into that secret entrance before they made it out of the main chamber to see where you went. You all made your way quickly back through this other part of the temple, which you discovered, climbing ropes again to make your way back to that main first hallway you found when you entered that secret door that Ariset led you to. It's there that you decided that you first had to at least try for a long rest before fleeing the area, as you were all wounded and tired and out of power and energy. Maybe the necromancers would think that you teleported away, or maybe they haven't found this entrance that you uncovered. But with these uneasy thoughts swirling through your heads, you all try to sleep. With that said, what would you like to do?
Sleep.
Yeah, I think we saw Keon pass out, Hortzak go down for a sleep, and I'm up at least for first watch.
Okay.
Removing his pauldrons, in fact.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Good remembering.
Wax
No
on.
exhaustion points this time.
Wax on,
Yeah.
wax off.
No encumbering. So that, that's a 10-minute process, but I think you had already started that at the end of last episode. So I'll say that you've got it off and you're down. Seville, you're the only one on watch?
I think so.
I think so. The rest of you trying desperately to calm your minds enough to sleep at death's door, literally death's door here. Seville, roll a perception check for me.
Well, I don't mind if I do. How about a 13? 13.
Your ears are pricked for any sound. And as you calm yourself down and you fall back on that training of pushing the fear and the emotions down to just listen, you hear that faint rumbling of the waterfalls, which you didn't detect before, but you can hear that in the distance. And it seems to be all that you can hear. The hour passes, no problem. Do you want to stay on watch, or are you gonna swap out?
I'll stay on watch another go here. Yeah, I'll stay on watch.
Okay. Okay. Same thing, another hour passes. Your nerves are actually getting more fried as time goes on, as you don't hear anything, wondering how thick is this stone separating this hallway from the ground above? Are they outside of that door? You don't know. But as that second hour passes, nothing happens. What are you doing?
All right. Go to Araset. Hey. I'm hearing something I didn't when last we were in here. We never heard that waterfall, right? Not until we opened the door at the bottom of the stairs. But I'm hearing it. That means they might have come in or found a way in. I don't know if they can open the door without the key, but
How's that
I don't know
possible?
what to do here.
Did we leave a trace? They didn't know about this for hundreds of years. How could they know now? Unless
I don't know.
we somehow left a sign behind us.
Well, they may have seen me come into that secret entrance. They may not. I don't know. I got in there pretty quick, but who knows? I hesitate to wake everyone up, so I can stay with you if you want to take watch with me or finish your reverie and then switch with me. Yeah.
I need rest. All of us need rest.
Listen.
And who knows? We might have, maybe it was there before. We weren't tuned in. We weren't worried. We weren't paying attention to the sound. Maybe it was there before. We just didn't notice it.
Yeah. All right. Listen,
I roll a perception check. Is that okay, Jed?
Yeah, go for it.
D&D's real. I roll a 6.
You, Araset, you calm yourself and you listen, and it's like you can't hear that water at all. In fact, you just hear the soft breathing of Seville next to you, and you're almost getting upset at, like, that's all you can hear. But there are no other sounds.
all right, look,
I don't even hear it. No, I think we should rest. I do.
yeah, maybe I'm, yeah. All right, listen, take your reverie. I'll finish this watch here. I'll let you, and then we'll switch. Let them all rest. If I need you, I'll call you in your mind.
Yes, okay. Yes.
All right. I'm going to finish about 4 hours of a watch and
Okay.
then eventually switch with Araset.
Okay, roll another perception check for me.
19.
Okay. Takes a few minutes over this hour for Araset to fall back into her deep meditation. Once her breathing softens, you hear the deep breathing of Hortzak as this crocodile laid out on the floor, battered and hurting for sure. You managed to kind of filter that out for a moment, and then what was that? You definitely heard something, some sort of distant noise. It might have been a shout, it might have been a creature, you're not sure, but you heard something and it sounded like it came from above. You're really not sure, but you heard something that time that was different.
Above?
You're not sure, but
Okay.
it could have been.
All right. We'll go a third hour. Yeah, they need some rest here.
Okay.
I'm going to take some hit dice and
Okay.
max up here.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm taking a short rest, and I'll take hit dice here. Ooh, yeah, 8 plus 2, so 10. I'm at full.
You're at max. Okay, good. All right.
All right, short rested, and now I'm back on for the 4th hour here.
Okay, roll another perception check for me.
All right. This time I want to go to take a walk through everybody to the front entrance, which would lead up.
Got it. Which, as
And I
you
just
remember,
want to...
is at this point it's like the hall dead ends into stone, and you do see that indentation where the crystal goes.
Okay, I'll just listen there.
Go ahead.
It's another 19.
Oof, nice.
Dang.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You hear something again this
No,
time.
not 20, but
I know. I mean, could have done better. As you get there, you listen. There's definitely something you hear. Maybe it's voices. It could be a creature. You're having trouble as the sound passes through the stone, which you assume at this point that must be fairly thick, just due to the muffled nature of these sounds. You could just barely pick it up. There's definitely something out there on the surface.
All right, I'll look back. I think I'm in range of my telepathy, and I'll just touch Ariset's mind. All right, Ariset, that's 4 hours. There's something definitely above us. I don't know, and I doubt that it's the necromancers. It perhaps may be a creature. If it is the necromancers, I don't think they've found our entrance in, but there is definitely something above us. Let's switch. Let me get some rest here. Into reverie. If you need me, just call me. I'll be up. But just careful. Watch something up there.
It's Seville. Are you making your way back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to make my way back, and I'm going to sit near the other door that led downstairs and take my reverie.
Got it. Okay.
And I'll just step through the others, trying not to wake them.
Okay.
All right, and I moved toward the door, towards the upper part where we came in originally, where the crystal fit in and where we were buried under. So, and I settle in now. I got to mark a long rest, right?
Yes,
I
you
think.
do. Well done.
No.
Elf. 4-hour long rest bullshit.
As me and Ariset pass, we do our secret handshake, and
I do. We're like,
boom, pop, 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 snap,
Get
hey,
it. Get it.
play off.
yeah.
And then we just
Okay.
then we go silent and walk past each other as elves do.
As you're about to do. All
It kind of changed my hit points to be crazy, though. I don't know what happened here. It changed it when I took my I think when we leveled up, it just did something weird. So I'm gonna fix that real quick.
Okay, you fix that.
Know how that
I can
is.
take a look at it in a moment.
You do you. You just do you.
Right? I mean, it's like
I'll take some of your hit points.
there's too many.
Are you
Don't
hearing
know
now?
what to do here.
So y'all got in all those hit points?
Oh, I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do.
Okay, and then roll a perception check for me, please. At disadvantage pretty soon if you take much longer.
But just so for the
I'm just
record, I've
kidding,
got
I'm kidding.
65. All right.
I'm kidding. I'm just
You handle the technical things for me. Technology's not my friend. I'm analog. Okay. All right. All right. So, I first roll an 11.
First, okay, yeah. So,
I've got 4 hours here, so.
Seville having told you that there's something up there, you make your way down to the end and you sit and listen, and you don't hear anything. You don't know what he's talking about. But about 30 minutes in, as you're kind of almost giving up on your alertness, like you're listening, but you can hear the distant, almost soft snores of your party at the end of this hallway. Suddenly, there is a blast of light. The stone around you erupts in blinding light, and it goes down the hallway, just like a glowing kind of orb, just down this hall, and then back to darkness.
Does it hit anybody? Do I dive out of the way?
It's like the walls just suddenly lit up with intense light, and it traveled the length of the hallway and then snuffed out. Seville, that would have kind of jolted you from your reverie, but probably just enough to come out and see that it's dark again.
Could it be benevolent?
Another one. The walls like just suddenly just explode with light around you. As the light travels down, you see that tableau once more that's carved out of the wall and travels all the way down to the end and just dissipates back into total darkness. You hear, what was that? As Hortzak, kind of painfully, we are under attack. You can just barely hear that at the 60 feet away.
No. Rika farted. Just go back to sleep.
All right. And he just boom, he just lays back.
She's got flame farts. It's just, it's just like
Oh my god, I must. I hope
you must.
so.
I think you must have that. So it's like, Hortzak, go back to sleep. Let's go back to sleep.
Can I use that in battle? If I eat a lot of beans?
Yeah. Can we have like
we'll homebrew it. It's good.
an arse?
No, don't use the word brew when talking about farts. Like
A fire genasi?
I already have produced flame, so I can just have it in my hair.
That's
Guys,
amazing.
we're all about to die.
that sounds like it could be like a.
Air set.
A fire genasi arse cannon.
As you were sitting there, you hear this time, ding, ding, ting, 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 and it feels
They're
like
chipping
it
away.
is.
They're trying to
right-
dig in. They're
right
trying to
where-
dig their way in. I run to Seville. Seville, wake up.
Yeah.
They're trying to dig in. They're trying to dig in, I think. I hear chinks. And they're doing something to the... Remember the white light as we came in the tunnel? It's short-circuiting or something. It's
a warning. It's a warning.
A warning system. You think this is like an alarm system?
Maybe. If something's come. What are you hearing?
Chinks.
So
They're trying
someone's
to
trying
dig
to-
their way in. They don't realize that the
Something's
crystal's what does it. Yes. I mean, we have some time. Obviously, it's thick stone, and we still need our rest. But we need a plan. We can let them rest.
Look, yeah, we'll let them
Possibly.
rest. Keep them, letting them rest. We can always go out this door and come out the back way. We can come out those double doors in the back. Or, I don't know, maybe it's a curious creature. I don't know. But let's just hold our ground here. We can't go running around right now. So what do
They
you
may not be
say?
expecting that we're in here. It might just be coincidence. We don't know.
They can't know we're in here. They just can't. No one was following
Judge,
us.
I want to.
Light.
I
once
want
again,
to. I'm.
just shuttles down this long hallway, blinding pulse of this light. You just see it, everything glows. The silver that's naturally inlaid in this stone just flares, almost hurting your eyes as it passes down and then is gone again, back into darkness. Keon, I think at this point that one probably woke you up a little bit enough for you to see just that trailing bit of the bright light on your eyes before it dissipated.
Just him.
Actually, let's do this. Keon and actually no, hold on a second. Hold on.
And you.
I don't have it pulled up. What are your passive perceptions?
I think
Surprisingly high.
16, 16.
It's surprisingly low. It's 11.
11. So actually, Keon, I'm gonna say you're sleeping through. Rika, you definitely detect it as it hits your eyes and kind of wakes you up. You just see that last pulse go down and then back into darkness, and you see Seville and Ariset standing there, whispering to each other.
What was that? What's going on?
It sounds like something's trying to get in here.
Well, we've got to finish resting. We won't be able to fight if we don't.
Exactly. Just rest. We're on it.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, try, or else we move down a level and try it within there too.
That's our grave. No, we must meet them first and fight them quickly.
I agree.
I'm
Anything
rested.
comes through there, just
Rika, I'm
let's
rested.
wipe it out. All
Be
right.
at peace.
All right.
Or at least try. Just try. If it gets worse, we're waking everybody up. If there's a crack here, if we hear any voices, anything, we'll alert you and get everybody up.
You sure?
Yes,
Promise.
yes,
Okay.
Promise.
And I try to go back to sleep
Okay.
fitfully.
Erisette and Seville, the rest of that hour passes and you don't hear anything else. There are no more flashes of light down the hall. Next hour, roll a perception check for me, both of you, if you want. Or somebody can roll at advantage.
Okay, that's a 19 for me.
That's good. Beats me. 16.
Okay. Both of you barely talking, just breathing as quietly as possible, listening for any sign. At one point you think you heard something very distant, loud, but it sounded far away. That's all for that hour.
That may have passed.
So that's six hours in, I think. 2 more for the long resters.
Mm-hmm.
The long resters.
The long resters. Okay. Roll another perception
been an
check for
elf.
me for the hour 7. We have to protract this whole long rest because this is. You
Yeah,
guys are in
25.
a serious fucking place.
The 14.
25. No, I love it. It's tense. I love this.
Seville, you listen intently, and this whole hour passes and you don't hear anything up above. You do hear maybe something that came from below. It was as if the waterfall intensified or something. You're not quite sure if it's even related, but it sounded like it was vaguely in that arena, and it passed. It was a quick moment, and then silence as the rest of that hour drags out, watching your friends sleep and nothing else happens. As we move into the last hour, one more rolls, please, for each of your perception.
16.
It's a 5 for me.
Neither of you hear anything. That whole rest of that hour passes, and there's nothing. What would you like to do?
All right, Erisette, we can't wait anymore. At least if we're going to stay in here, we got to get everybody up. Keon's going to don his armor, and we need everybody like weapons hot now. So let's get everybody up here. Start waking up.
They've rested,
It's been
right?
a long. It's been 8 hours. Just confirming.
Rika.
Oh,
Keon.
Keon.
Yeah.
Wake.
Mortsak.
Wake, how do you feel, Keon?
I'm ready. What's up? Is it time?
It's time. We have some movement below us and above us.
You see Hortzak kind of does this push-up up to his feet really quickly, and is suddenly much more alert. I'm good to go.
Does anybody need healing? Anybody? Is anyone hurt?
Feel fine.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, at least, I mean, I can still go here a bit, but, you know, I'll need some reverie.
My fear is that we may be surrounded.
We could.
While we were resting, it's possible that they laid a trap for us.
Perhaps, but there's no way. I mean, there might be a way, but I just highly doubt that they know we came in through above. I don't know. Below, yes, they might have tracked us through that pillar and tried to follow us. But remember, just getting through those doors requires this. And I just kind of unsheath my sword a little bit by the pommel. And then you have the crystal to get up above. I really don't think they could come in here, but...
I don't think that they could come in here, maybe, but I think that they could be waiting for us to come out.
They could.
Let's be honest, we didn't recover our steps very well. I mean, it was pretty obvious something had been digging to get here. So in terms of covering our tracks, we didn't have time or any way of doing that. And we've been exposed, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, don't
Especially
be
if
too
they sent
hard
out
on
a party
yourself.
to search for us.
I mean, there's no way we could cover up behind us when the stairs went back up into the roof of this hallway. It's the best we can
Yes,
do.
exactly. Which is why they may very well know where we are.
They
Even
might.
if they didn't know about this entrance before, we could have been inadvertently leading them to this entrance for the very first time.
That might be,
But
but
there's nothing we can do about it now.
no, it's not.
Except for figure out how we want to get out of here.
Listen, I'm just going to break out some rations here. I'm hungry after the battle. I'm just going to snack on stuff, refuel a bit, just check my weapons cache, and look at. If we get out of here and we're in a fight, we got to go right away. Everybody knows where the boat is, unless they destroyed it. But we get into this boat. But if they're out there, we do not get into the boat. We are just sitting ducks. No pun intended, Rika.
So what do we do?
If we see these necromancers flying through the sky and they know we're there, we're going to take cover in these trees and we're going to fight it out here. But if not, let's keep that boat close to the shore so we can get out quickly, but we'll get back to it. Let's just head back to Yaxis.
Yep.
That's the only fortified town we know. At least that's the plan for right now. Get Faruka's body back, and then we are off to the next site. I have an idea, but let's go over it later when we get some a little more fortification and safety. I have an idea about the next site. So, Keon, you all right? Everybody all right to fight?
Good to
Fine
find.
to fight. How much of that route do we have left? What's our supply like?
Supply what?
Of the route?
The
I think we got
necromantic route.
we got a lot of it in the boat. I don't know if we took it all with us, but I still got some more.
We all took a hefty handful. So it depends on the DM, the dosage we took.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, can we all
know
take some right now?
We all took a hefty amount of like a fistful. So I don't know what you mean by dosage, but
You weren't told how long the effects last, or nobody asked.
Yeah.
So
Right, yeah.
It may
I
still
did.
be working.
oh, you did?
Yeah, well, I remember that I purchased like about 16 hours worth of necromantic root in my pouch.
That's right. So you,
I
that's
guess
right,
it's not,
I
like,
forgot
specific.
you did actually get some information about it.
But is that how many?
Right.
How?
So let's all take some. Who knows how long does this last?
It's a little
It's about one route for about 8 hours, I think.
All right. So let's eat it up. Let's take some more here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some. So anybody that's gonna have some,
Yeah.
let me see. I'll just do this group roll here. 3 points of poison damage as you swallow it and you feel it just burning.
You say 3 points?
3 points. Yeah.
3 points. Okay.
But as it finally reaches your stomach, that pain goes away and you breathe a little easier and feel hopefully protected.
It gives us some temporary extra
Doesn't
hit
get
points,
any
right?
easier.
No, just
No, you lost 3 hit points because it poisons you when you take this route.
But what does it do again?
It
Protects us
reduces
against
necrotic damage.
Necromantic energy.
Necrotic. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, look, I'll go up first. Keon, coming up with me. You all right?
Yeah,
Good.
good to go.
All right, listen, we need to, and Faruka's body is still harnessed.
It is, yeah.
Hortzak,
Talked
do you
about
think
this before with you.
you can
We can't
handle
take the
this?
body with us. We must leave it here.
We
have an
can't.
idea.
Listen, let me just say this. Yes, I want his body back with his people, or at least his friends, so they can bury him. But I also didn't tell you this. The necromancers can speak with the dead. They can defile the body. They can get the information that we gave to Faruka. Now, I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. I don't know if they can compel his spirit to tell him. And at least if anybody knows that if that's the truth or not, then fine. But if they can compel his spirit to tell him what we know, that is a big liability as we go forward. We do not want the necromancers to know where we will strike next, what we're doing, and Faruka has some of this knowledge. So from a tactical standpoint, no emotions involved. Leaving his body is a bad idea to be found here.
From a tactical standpoint, carrying his body is also a bad idea.
I have an idea.
Walking into an ambush.
Hey, Rosette,
All right.
I agree. This is what I propose. I will take his body, and as I said before, if tactically, as you say, I need to drop it to protect or battle, I will do so. All right.
No, because then they could take it. I'm not saying that we.
And if we leave it, they can find it. Let's take it.
I will have Sparky. I'll have Sparky take him, okay?
And I conjure Sparky as a person-shaped thing.
Okay.
And Sparky picks up Faruka's body, which theoretically shouldn't hurt him, his body. And theoretically, right?
You see,
is it burning?
The clothing on Faruka starts to ignite, and the ropes used to bind him to this.
Drop it!
I'm taking it off.
Don't. That's what I was going to say. Perhaps
I use
we should burn the
prestidigitation
body.
to put out the fire.
No, wait. Maybe we should burn the body.
It's gone.
Burn the fire.
No.
Okay, good. Burn out the fire.
You don't know Faruka's rights.
We don't.
Take it back to the Axis.
Look, he's a hobgoblin. They are strict people. They're orderly people, and they are extremely prideful. Look, I haven't had much dealings with them, hardly at all, but let's just get him back. Let's just get him back to his people. It's not a big deal.
Let's just.
If we need to leave it.
We got to stop talking. We got to get out.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me, Rika.
Let's go.
Rika, if anything goes sideways the moment we're out of there, promise me you'll light fire to that body, so we don't leave a trace.
Right. Is that all right with everybody?
Hey, if it goes south, I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right, that's fine then.
Burn the thing, splash it with oil, and let's go.
Okay. So tell me the order that you're going to kind of stack up in this hallway.
All right.
Me and Seville first.
Yep. If we can go side by side, even better.
Yeah, you can. It's pretty wide. It's almost 10 feet wide.
All right, good. I got my buckler shield, and I have Anduil unsheathed and ready.
All right, so the
I'll
two
be
of you
next.
front. Okay, Rika, I'll say
With Sparky.
Hortzak's with. Okay, or with Sparky. Hortzak will be right behind Sparky. Erisette, you okay to be back there?
I'm in the back.
Erisette.
Still, I'm worried. What?
Erisette. It'll be all right. Make sure you watch behind us in case they're trying to come up. Let me know.
Just get those beautiful arrows ready, Erisette. Get those beautiful arrows to cover us. We'll be all right. We're almost out of here.
I wonder if I can protect us with. I wonder if it's any use.
What are you doing?
With what?
What are you thinking,
Well,
Girdle, about that magic that stealths us?
Maybe let me go first. If I can wear my necklace, I can go out and they won't quite know I'm out yet, and I can see what's there before we
do
expose ourselves. Okay.
Don't even think. That's great. Go.
Okay.
Everybody,
okay.
back up.
That's what
back
I
up.
do. That's what I do.
All right, we back away to, and she opens. She has got the crystal anyway,
Yeah,
so.
Erisette,
Careful.
you pull the crystal out and once again insert it into
Okay.
that cavity, and at once. You see now steps.
Nice.
The stone drops from the ceiling, forming steps. The crystal is at the bottom step facing out, so you can grab it and retrieve it. And you see your eyes adjust a little bit as bright light filters down through, but it's cloudy outside. You can see there's a soft rain coming down through the mist that still pervades this area. You've already touched your necklace. You've gone invisible. What are you doing?
I do a perception check.
from
I
down
want to
below.
remind you too. This is didn't I step out? Haven't I stepped out? I've opened it now, right?
You've opened it, but you're at the bottom of the stairs. I just need to know if you're moving up.
Yeah, I'm moving out and I'm doing a perception check. And I just want to remind you that this is my favorite terrain, so my passive perception is super high.
Well, roll at advantage.
All right, thank you.
Good memory. Use your class features.
Well, it's still a 12.
Well, as you slowly step up, looking around, you see that the area around the stone looks untouched. Beautiful, that white stone with that silver veined throughout it. But as you rise up out of this hallway, all of the vegetation surrounding this area is completely charred. All of it in a good, like 20-foot radius centered on this stone. You are in fog as you rise up, so you don't see. There are no necromancers waiting that you see, no creatures, but you can't see too far into the sky because of the dense kind of fog that seems to perpetually exist here,
Okay.
even in the rain.
Okay. I run back in. Okay? And I say very quietly, I think they tried to blast it open.
You gotta tell us before you start speaking, Ariset. Where are you?
It's just me. Don't worry. It's just me.
All right, jeez. And I kind of search out with my hand to feel her shoulder, and I end up feeling her nose, and I pick her nose for a second. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. It's charred.
I think they tried to blast it open, but they couldn't. But they could be waiting for us. I think we have the cover of fog. There's a chance we can make it, but we'll have to be extremely stealthy.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace on us. Hopefully that will
good,
help us.
Okay.
All right.
Ariset becomes visible as she
Listen.
casts this spell.
Does everybody know where we put the boat? Because I think we should go staggered. If they're waiting for something to come out and they launch one of those fireballs, I don't want all of us to get hit.
It was very misty. I don't know if anyone knows.
Then let's
Maybe
use the
someone should
fog.
find it first.
Let's
I
do
don't
it.
know. I think we should run for it. I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Let's
And
go.
as he
Let's
says
go then.
that, you see the stairs start to move up. What are you guys doing? As you
Move
remember
up.
last
We
time,
move.
they
move.
reset on their
Take it
own.
off.
Right
Take
now,
it
we
off.
move.
Okay.
I go first.
Okay,
I go
Ariset,
first.
you're fine. You dart up it.
Can I touch my
running.
necklace again without breaking my concentration, or no? My necklace.
It'll.
I think
it'll break your
you're still
concentration.
you're still invisible, right?
No, she
No,
casts-
because
she
as soon
casts
as I
cast
do
Pass
another
Without
spell,
Trace.
that's right. Gotcha,
but I'm
gotcha.
very
We all, do
stealthy.
we have to be close together for the spell to stay on us?
It's
Within
a
30 feet.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stay close enough, but don't
Good.
stray.
Okay, what's the order? Ariset goes first. Who's next?
I run up second.
Seville,
Right behind them.
Keon,
Then me.
Rika. Just roll a straight dex check. So just roll a d20 and add your dex modifier.
Oh, this is about to get awkward.
I'm looking.
Top left.
Are we at disadvantage at all because we're carrying like
14.
the
Oh,
sorry,
Bernie?
Okay, no,
kind
I
of
lied.
corpse?
17.
Okay,
I
you're
rolled
fine.
a
Yeah,
16.
you-
17.
as it's starting to that space is starting to narrow. No, only Hortzak is carrying it. He's single-handedly carrying it. He's kind of got Faruka over his shoulder. He's holding the kind of gurney that you made. He's a large croc person.
Yeah,
so
he's-
Goblins aren't huge either, are they? They're like kind
No.
of like dwarf size.
They're like 5'10", right?
What,
Around there,
hobgoblins?
5'10", 6 feet. Hobgoblins, yeah.
Faruka is taller than that, I believe, if I remember his character stats, but not much more.
He's not, but Hortzak's a beast.
Okay, so Hortzak's gonna roll his. Oh yeah, no problem.
Literally.
So Hortzak, that space is closing, but he's a croc, right? And he takes one hand and he kind of pushes. At the same time, he kind of darts through that closing. You see right before it snaps on his tail, he pulls his tail around, and you're all standing there in the mist. What are you doing?
I'll stand there. I head towards the boat where
Yeah.
I think I remember it because my
Hortzak's
tracking skills are
already.
great.
He's already going. So I need everybody to roll a
going.
stealth
Grab-
check for me.
Okay.
Grab hands so we don't lose each other.
Yes. Okay. That's fine. So
38.
Oh. Oh dear.
Seville floats like
You have
Dracula.
plus 10. You have plus 10. You have plus 10.
Yeah.
Everybody has plus 10. Yes.
Everybody has
Okay,
plus
well,
10.
with that plus 10, I'm at a 13.
You
so.
you still add your modifier. So roll your d20, add your stealth modifier, then add 10. That's what your total will be. And luckily,
Oh,
that
14.
helps.
Okay.
So Hortzak rolled a 5, but he ends up at dirty 20, which is great.
Ooh, good, Erisset.
So 14, dirty 20, 30 million. Erisset, what'd you get?
19.
19, and Kian?
At disadvantage, I got a 16.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I'd say you're not creeping. You're moving at a fairly quick pace. You're not running, but you're moving quickly. So you're making a little bit of noise, but overall, you're fairly silent. And the dense fog in this area also helps muffle your sound a bit. Erisset, roll a perception check as you go along this bank to the area where your boat was.
Natural 20.
You
Child.
sprint ahead and you stop for a moment. You're like, I thought it was here. This looks like where we landed. And you're just about to start panicking, like they found the boat and they removed the boat. And then you see under some dense brush, which you realize looks like it's been uprooted, Hortzak had pulled out all these plants and thrown them over the boat. And you see, I mean, you almost would have missed it. He did such a good job in a short amount of time. And you rush over, you start
poor
pulling all the plants off of it. Hortzak puts Faruka down. He comes over, he pulls the boat over and just drags it in silently as he can into the water, very silently. And let's go. And he grabs Faruka, puts him in. And as you guys climb in, he starts handing out oars to Kian. Who else would like
I
to
have a
roll?
question.
Yes.
DM.
Yes.
Can my fire friend change shape after I've conjured him?
That's a really good question. I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. I'll research it, but I'm gonna say
Because
no.
I would say yes because he's made of fire, but okay.
Yeah, but it's like you're. I mean, what would you change him to?
I just wanted something smaller so he wouldn't burn the boat, so he could like hang out on my shoulder.
Oh.
I suppose it would depend whether it was summoned from another plane. If it's summoned from another plane, you'd have to send it back to the plane and then re-summon it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel the way that the magic works is that you concentrate and you pull this entity into being, and I think it's an elemental. So it's like you give it shape. So for right now, we're gonna say no. It's gonna stay in that size, but I will research it.
Can he like float next to us? I don't know how. I just don't want him to burn the boat. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, no, it's good thinking. Let me see.
Would that, Rika, could your Sparky there just swim out in front of the boat, create this steam that kind of
Like when I
comes
did
up
that
and over
before?
us? Yeah, and creates a little bit of steam and cover for us.
We need to go now while Erisset's spell is still up.
Yep.
Get a head start.
All right, Kian Hortzak, you're the strongest here. You want to roll?
Yes, sir.
We'll cover the air.
I'm on it.
I
I'm on
sheath
it.
Anduil and I pull out my hand crossbow.
Yeah, so it can fly. It has a 30 feet speed and hover, so it can fly. So yeah,
Oh,
it
hey, there we go.
doesn't have to get in the boat. It can just hover and fly. next to
Okay,
you.
that was it. And
Okay.
or he can help propel by being fired.
Explain how that works.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. I mean, if you came up with something, maybe like boils the water.
Oh,
in
like a
front of
steam
you.
piston.
You have
Yeah,
to compress
We cut
the
the
steam.
local bamboo, right, and they're like
all right.
exhaust pipes.
Okay, Gilligan's Islands. Let's calm it down. Yeah, I'm gonna say
No,
no.
he's good.
yeah.
He'll hang out. He'll hang out.
But he can
He'll
fly.
beside
Yeah,
us.
He
Okay.
can fly
Okay,
like
good.
a glowing beacon. It's great.
Glowing
Okay.
beacon.
So we're all in the boat?
All right, let's
Yeah.
go.
Are we all in the boat?
Hortzak has got an oar. Now, tell me how you guys are going to do this. Are you doing it stealthy, or are you doing it like get the fuck out of here?
GTFO.
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
We said the opposite thing at the same
I
time.
love it, but
Stealthy. No?
we don't want to create like massive noise yet. We'll pick up the speed once we kind of creep out of here. That's my.
All right.
I whisper, I say they have spies everywhere. Everywhere.
All right, let's just go then.
All right, we're off. We're off.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. I have everybody roll another stealth check. Keon, you can roll straight. It's not disadvantage because your armor's not really.
Those straight rolls.
No, for the first time in like 3
We
episodes.
still get +10.
Yeah, it's still,
right?
it's still on. So 27
All right.
for Hortzak.
21 for Rika.
All right. This is the first time I think I've rolled this in this campaign. I got a natural 1.
Okay,
Oh my God.
You still got.
Welcome to the
But-
club, buddy.
I get a plus 20 because of my own stealth and that, so it's a 21. But
Yeah, and you know it's not battle, so but
right.
as I like to reward natural 20s in checks, I also like to punish natural ones a little flavor. But so I'm gonna say when you all make that decision, Seville, you really quickly put your oar in, and it makes that boom, like splash, just that perfect little. Like,
I'm not rowing though. I'm not rowing.
Oh, you're
It's
not?
Hortzak and
Okay.
no, Hortzak and Keon. We decided to row. Maybe I don't know.
Well, there are three. There are three
He
oars.
farts. He farts. Out of nervousness.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Some people do.
Let's go
Not
with
that
that.
I
You do one of
Let's
those
just go
like
that.
you turn and like and your
Toots
face.
McGee!
Toots McGee. The search for Toots McGee continues.
It
Spotted.
begins here.
Okay.
Man, what did you eat back there?
I had some rations in the tunnel. I'm sorry.
Bean
I was
rations.
hungry.
Okay, but
being-
Seville, you
careful.
pinch it off, you lock it down, and you're back to silence as the boat very smoothly. Why does everything sound like poo now? Effortlessly flows down this passageway.
Just like a laxative, we cruise through the water.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That should be a song. Like a laxative.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Laxative. Yeah.
One by one, your
Love
oars.
for you.
Push it.
Like a lax.
Like a
Guys, we're gonna
I'm
get
just
killed
gonna
by
row for you.
necromancers. Bring it back.
Intestines.
Yeah, we're having the DM row us. Just
Yeah.
chauffeur,
You're fine.
take us home.
You're
Take us home.
fine. You're fine. Okay.
I'm covering this. I'm covering the sky with my hand crossbow. I'm looking at the sky.
I will
That's
say-
my perception.
Okay. I will say it's a little bit harder to row here, as you remember, you're fairly close to the waterfall. The
Going
current is a bit strong. So while you're trying to be as quiet as possible, you're also kind of having to really like put some effort into this.
All right.
I
who's
used
on
my
the-
flame hands. That worked before.
Okay.
Help in the water.
It's very bright.
Light. You
No, it's
see
in
light.
the water.
Oh, yeah.
See it. It's inside the water. You won't. The
DM.
light won't.
Yeah,
It's just.
Keon.
Could I attempt to navigate through the river into the non-current heavy patches of river to try and make our traveling upstream
Roll
easier?
perception for me. Again, this. Yeah, I mean straight roll for you.
It's a natural 20
Whoa!
Whoa.
or a
Look at
21.
these dice. They are.
Wow.
They're just like
Keon,
they come out
tides-
sometimes.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
Turn.
like,
You're so happy to be in light again, you know, that you can actually see. And judging by looking up, it looks like it's kind of just like maybe high noon or thereabouts. You get that idea. There's got like as you feel the current, every time you put your oar in, you feel the water just pushing against it. Like you feel like you're almost losing ground. So you just take a moment, you sit up and you look and you spot that there is just a current within the stream, because you see there are several connecting, as you saw coming in, other streams that are feeding into this. And there's this one spot where you can just like the water is suddenly calm, and you point out to the rest and you all struggle and push, and the moment you hit it, it's like whoa, and it's just there's no resistance. You just hit in this wonderful channel, and you can see the like through the mist the trees and the brush on the shore, whatever, nearby on the edge of this river starting to move a little bit quicker and quicker as you guys finally pick up some speed. Behind you. Okay.
For the dice reward, good critical thinking.
Yeah. Good job, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to say
done,
you're
done.
making some space now. I need one of you to roll a d6 to find out how your navigation goes.
Keon,
Wait,
you
can I
just.
do it?
Oh,
Oh.
Rika. No, I was gonna. Yeah, go ahead, Rika. Do
Yay!
it.
I like
Do it,
rolling.
girl.
well,
Rika,
that-
do it.
yeah, right?
I rolled a 3.
That's 3.
Let's be
Okay.
honest. D&D is
It's all random. We don't know what's happening.
You don't know what's right, but I'll say D&D is real. I'll tell you later. Okay. So this continues for about a good hour. That as you guys are all on high alert, but this channel, because the river is quite wide here, you're able to kind of fight this current and ride this like special little narrow ribbon of channel that you found for a while, until the rest of the current you can see starts to slow down, and rowing gets a lot easier. You're scanning the skies. You're out of the mist now. All of you are looking around, looking for anything flying, also looking for that ridiculously oversized crocodile. You just see the kind of natural fauna and flora of the swamp as you're proceeding. After about another half hour of this, you see, Enrica, you see it. Up ahead, off on your right, through some trees, there's another boat. And there are 3 figures that you can tell. Maybe 2, 3, maybe one of those is just a barrel or something. It's hard to tell. It's probably about 100 feet away. In the direction that
Everyone.
you're moving.
Up ahead, there's another boat.
Boat.
Boat. There's people in it. I can't tell much about them. I don't know if they're on our side. I don't know anything about them, but
They look,
if only
do they,
Cos was
DM, do
here.
they look living? Are they alive, dead?
Roll a perception check now that she's pointed it out.
That's a 9.
You can't tell.
I roll
It's
two?
100. Yeah,
DM,
it's 100
can I
feet.
roll two?
Yeah, go for it. It's 100 feet away, so at this point it's hard to see.
That's a 9 for me too.
Yeah, same thing. D&D's
Oh,
you can't see.
very sad.
okay. What if I
We roll together. Sorry.
should I ask a squirrel friend to check it out for us?
It's a good idea if you can do that.
All right.
Yeah. Otherwise, stay clear of it for now as we approach. Just
Yeah, I mean, you're-
avoid it. But go for it.
Are there
Rika, go for
animals
it.
like there's like small animals, right?
No, there's all kinds of
Okay.
animals,
Dire squirrels.
including the shit, what was it called? The Rinda? The like cat bunny like creature that we
Oh,
found
they're
you
so
with.
cute.
They're the,
Oh,
they're the best. They're the best.
No, I'm just gonna find like a very regular looking squirrel and cast speak with animals on it.
Okay.
Just an average Joe, you know.
Average Joe
yeah,
squirrel.
there's a squirrel analog here in the swamps. It's very kind of squirrel-like. It has a tail. It's a little bit bigger than terrestrial squirrels, and it has streaks of black down the fur. And you see it's
as long as it's
like
inconspicuous, yeah.
it's jumping on the branches, and then as you cast it, it suddenly like looks down at you and kind of turns and is perched, looking at you. Little squirrel paws.
Oh, it's cute. Hello, what's your name?
I literally was gonna say Walter. We're just going with Walter the squirrel. That's,
Go for it. Go for it.
I have multiple lists in front of me, and he panic names him Walter, but I love it. I'm going with Walter.
I think that's great.
You gotta go with your gut.
I heard this name. I don't have a name, but I heard Walter one time. I'm gonna go with Walter.
That's an interesting name.
Thank you.
Hi, Walter.
Hi.
Would you be so kind as to do us a favor? We are in great danger.
You speak squirrel. That's amazing.
I do. I can speak to any animal if it comes to
Can you
that.
speak to birds?
Oh, not right now. Walter, can you do me a favor, please?
What?
I beg you. I would really appreciate your help.
Yeah. What do you need?
Do you see that boat about 100 yards away?
I have 4 feet. He
Do you
holds up a paw.
see that boat over there? Oh yes, you do. Very nice, Walter.
I see it.
Would you please go over there and try not to be noticed and see what you can see? See if what the people look like, if they look like they're alive, if they look like they're the necromancers,
and he just like leaps away, and he's like,
right.
you see him just jump from branch to branch and run, jump again, and just scurry through the trees with a deftness that only squirrels can manage. And you wait, assuming you kind of slow your boat down to kind of keep that same distance. Hortzak actually kind of angles it over behind a tree to hide you guys a bit. After about 5 minutes, you hear a little rustle of the leaves as he jumps back. He's like, okay, yeah, I saw it. Yeah. There are
What did you see, Walter?
3 big people.
3 big people.
Yeah, well, bigger than me. One is really big, was so big, and he's got these things out of his head. Like it curves into a point, and then one is kind of broken on this side. And there's 2 of them are green. He's like black, I think. Is that the color? I think that's the color. Black.
Green and black. Does anybody know what that is? Oh, can anyone hear this? Do I have to translate?
Yeah, no, they
Yeah.
can't.
Translate.
Yeah, you're like,
Sounds like they're having a
Rico.
routine conversation.
Walter.
Yeah, what are they saying?
He says Walter's the name of the squirrel, by the way. He says
Really?
that there are 3 people. Yes, I don't know. I've never heard this for a squirrel, but here we are. He says that
He's my favorite now.
there are 3 people in the boat. There are 2 green people and 1 large black person with 2 horns, but one is broken.
Wait, is one of those the Minotaur that was with us?
One that we
Damn, did
heard.
the Minotaur have a broken horn?
he did, yeah.
I don't.
It was like the tip of his left horn wasn't complete. It was broken off. His right horn. was complete.
Walter.
Yes.
Did the big black one? Did it look like a half? Was it Minotaur half bull?
Minotaur.
Yeah.
Guys,
No.
help!
Erised, is that Knock? I mean, I'm sorry, not Erised. Hortzak, is that Knock?
I mean, he does have a broken horn. Let me see if I can see.
Is it a Minotaur, Walter? Is it a Minotaur? Do you know what a Minotaur is?
Like a bull face.
Is it like-
Rika, do they have a bull face? Maybe like a ring in the nose, something like a bull or
Does
a
it have a
cow
ring?
face.
Did he have a ring in his nose? Did he look like
He had a shiny thing on his face.
It's got to be
Hortzak?
him.
Is it him?
It could. I mean, it's from what
Do
I
you
can
know
see.
who are the others? Do you know anybody else?
I don't know any other
Knock is
Minotaurs.
from
I mean, it's got. It's
No,
got.
the green.
he's from Prowler's
Others.
Pride, right? Prowler's Pride. That's what he said he was from.
Yeah, that's the the hunting company there. It's got to be him. I don't know another
don't- well-
Minotaur, much less with a broken
Rika,
horn.
were they distressed? Were they in need, or are they just? What are they doing?
Walter, what were they? Could you see what they were feeling?
Yeah, they were eating. They were in the boat, just eating and looked like they were talking.
Oh, so let's do let's flash him a moon as we paddle by. Right? Some shenanigans between friends. We'd be like, hey, we'll meet you back in Yaxis.
I'm sorry, flash them a moon?
No, let's drop our trousers and just be like,
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Okay, just checking.
it's a full moon out. Bing.
He's tough. The necromancers are also on our tail, so we should definitely go and see him.
he's fine.
Perhaps we
Let's
can
go.
row back together.
Let's go. Walter, would you
Yeah,
like to come with us?
We're passing by.
would. And he leaps down into your boat and
Comes
he
and
runs
at
in.
my shoulder.
Yeah, he's like a kind of cat-sized squirrel. He's a little bigger than a regular squirrel. He's just looking at the rest of you like.
And everyone say hello to Brent.
Oh man.
Great homebrew. Yes.
Yes. So welcome,
Walter the
Brent. Tell us
squirrel.
what you see. Sorry, no, I'm kidding. Sorry. I know you guys
I
can't
would
see Brent right now.
love
All right,
to play a
keep-
squirrel like all the time. If that was like an option, is that an option? Well, if Rika ever dies,
Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, that's your
Hey,
next character.
So, Keon,
Walter.
row casual.
Walter too.
I mean, don't look like you're rowing casual. Just, I don't know. Just fly, row.
I'm not
Real
very good
casual.
at looking casual.
Row casual. I don't know.
Keon does his best attempt at being casual.
All right, so Hortzak is actually kind of like plowing through. You see, he's really putting his back into it, and after quick like 2 minutes, you guys close that gap, and you can see the heads turn at your approach, and you see this big towering figure kind of stand up and ready. You see him like shing, he pulls out his daggers, and then and he raises a hand and he puts his daggers away, and Hortzak is waving back. And you pull up alongside, Well, I didn't think I'd see you all again.
Likewise, friend. What are you doing out here?
Coming back from another run for Otanik.
Huh.
Where's,
Hey, just...
And then
Who
he
are your
stops.
friends? Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. What happened?
Well,
Fell.
we got into a nasty little scrap with a...
A lot happened, but we're being pursued. We should move. Please, can you help?
Yes.
We need to get back to Yaxis quickly, if we can.
It's not quick. It's at least fastest speed a day away, but
As long as we can outpace them, I think that's our best bet. Unless you have suggestions, you know this region better than we, I think, right?
They'll be coming soon. We
Yeah.
need to head out. You're not safe here either.
oh great.
necromancers.
And you hear
About
you look
4 of them.
you look and you see this goblin. Looks like maybe female. Has these beautiful deep red robes and silver necklace with a large black gem on it, and she's got this shrewd kind of look, and she's looking at you. Great. What did you bring to our doorstep?
You were here before us. What are you talking about? Who are you?
Court? Who are you?
Rika?
Rika.
Rika's been a match.
My name is Rika.
Wait.
Okay, this is
That's
no
my
time
name, and we just saved your asses.
Tell me what is coming. I hear necromancers? It's those.
Yeah, there's
those-
about 4 of them. At least we know. We've taken out a lot of them, but
am
I saw 4.
So sick of them at they're at a city. They're all over.
Exactly. So why don't we work together and we can recoup our losses and quickly form a plan of attack and start ending them. Would you like that, Court? That's what we're here to do.
And you see there's the other figure in this boat is a small swamp gnome. You saw them before. You've seen gnomes before, but you've never seen a swamp gnome before you came down here. It's like green hair, green skin, smaller than a halfling. Also seems like he's got looks like a spell book open on his lap and some remnants of some food there. Hi, Dorvin. So they're at Yaxis right now? Is that what you want?
Wait, what?
Can you get us to Yaxis right now?
We can.
Listen,
No. Who's at Axis? The necromancers?
The robed ones, right? Yeah, they're there.
No, they're there now.
Yeah, they came there.
How many?
I don't know. 2. Knock says. Maybe 3.
2.
I don't know.
Only
They're
2. What did they do?
We can
they're
take them
watching.
out.
They're watching Axis.
Did they hurt anybody?
No, they're waiting. I don't know.
Waiting for what? For us?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
Listen, do any of you have teleportation magic?
I have fucking what's his name? Sparky.
You can teleport
Long
us?
distance.
Long distance.
Looking
I'm
long
talking
distance.
out of these swamps, maybe even to...
Okay.
I wanna go
Yes, I do. What? Yes.
Listen.
Yes. What?
2 questions. 1, can you get us to Vorden?
No, but
Well, then we're going to...
Why not?
yeah.
Why can't you?
because I
why
haven't been
can't
there.
you?
I could try, but I've heard of it, but I've never been there. I go to
You could
Mosul.
try. Is that not?
Oh, and you see Dorvin reaches over and kind of like tugs at her sleeve. You know, you can send him to my cousin in Mosul.
All right. What about that?
You've been there so many times. I've been there like twice. Yeah, I could do it. I could
All right.
do
Let's
it.
go then.
All right.
Thank you.
What's in Mosul?
What's in Mosul? Who are these clowns? Where are you from? Have you never been to Mosul?
That's not important. We don't have time.
No, that's why I ask. It's usually when someone asks a question, they don't know. So let's quit with the smart talk. We need to move before these
and
necromancers
Dwarven's like,
are on us.
She's actually killed by a necromancer.
Okay. I'll tell you. My cousin lives there. It's a pretty good sized city. Originally built by Gith. They say they did eons ago,
Good.
but controlled by gnomes. Big trade center. Kind of opposite of Pelkey. If you've been to Pelkey, do you know Pelkey?
Yes, we know Pelkey.
Okay,
Listen,
it's nothing like Pelkey. It's really nice.
Will we be welcome there?
Yeah.
Good.
Do you have anything against gnomes?
Absolutely not. Do you have anything against elves?
No. Anybody's
Then
welcome.
we're absolutely fine. And second question. Knock, do you know the rituals? And I look to Keon and nod. Do you know the death rituals for Faruka, for a hobgoblin? Would you be able to take care of this body and make sure it gets back to his people, friends, anything? Give him a proper burial? We just want to keep it out of the hands of the necromancers.
They don't want it. It would... Once the spirit has left, it's a carcass. Burn it. It has no
All right.
value.
I have an idea.
Well, fine. Then let's burn the shit out of our boat, throw them on it. What do you think?
I think so. I think
Send
that's
it
what we
back
need
down.
to do.
Send it back down. I'm going to clean Faruka's body. I want to take his... Obviously, we've seen him. I want to take his spell book and anything that's there. And
Okay.
Listen, hey, I don't want to disrespect, but we're going to take everything that's on his body.
I gotta click over. Does that...
You guys can't fucking see this, but
Has
Prince.
he got any gold fillings? Has he got any gold fillings, guys?
He's like,
Jesus. I had
his
to
hair
click
might
over
be
to
worth some
Zoom
money.
so I could see him.
Oh
my
gosh,
God.
dude.
Fuck
The whole
up.
time,
That
it's
was
like
fine.
I'm
It's
really
fine.
trying to lock
can't.
it down, and Brent's throwing some crazy shit, so I'm
Just
just
making some
ignoring him. but
dumb
it's hilarious.
fucking faces.
Take his shoes.
Yeah. He is. Yeah. Let's take his shoes. Let's take his shoes and then throw it at him.
Okay, that's messed up. All right.
Well, it's a sign of it's a it's like a it's
I'll
like
say-
someone
I'll say
does
you
a good
take- you-
singing job. You throw a shoe at him. So there you go.
Brent will tell you what he had on that you guys can take off of his corpse. His
Yeah.
his now
oh, I
corpse.
want all of it.
Okay, yeah. You take all the useful stuff.
Faruka would want us to have it.
I don't know. I almost want to lift the portal so you all can see properly. Poor Brent's face.
He's probably got the biggest face palm.
Well, we're not burning a spell. We're not going to
right.
burn a spell book. You never know who we're going to run into. So there you go.
Okay. All right. And Dorvin's like, okay, go. And my cousin is the nicest, and he'll help you out. He's got a bookstore in Mosul, and he'll show you around the city. He's a really nice guy. Tanston Lurser is his name. Just remember Tanston. She's
Wait,
gonna
are we
get
going
you-
to Mosul or?
Mosul, yeah.
We're going to Mosul.
And she's gonna take you right to him. And tell him Dorvin Hipple Pipple sent you. Hipple, and you hear as he says his name, both Knock and the goblin are like, just like every time. Anyway, tell him I sent you. He'll help you out. And Hortzak.
What's your first name, friend? What? Dworkin?
Dorvin.
Tanston.
And what's your cousin's name?
Dwarven. Tanston.
Tanston. Hortzak leans over to Knock. I think you better get out. And if the necromancers stop you, tell them you saw us. We are heading east. And Knock nods and okay, all right, everybody ready?
Yeah. Do us a favor. If you get back to Yaxis and get questions, just tell them we were all killed.
I can do that. All right,
good
so you push the boat out, you set it ablaze, you watch as Faruka's corpse, now looted of all of his material wealth,
relieved of his
catches
material
fire,
wealth.
and starts to slowly burn, black smoke spiraling up into the air. Okay, all right, everyone. And she kind of shakes out her arms and hold on a second. You can see as she moves, her right leg is a little bit shorter, so she kind of like walks with a slight limp as she gets into position, and she eyes you all, and she starts moving her hands around. And as her hands start moving around through the air, you see like the fabric of space around her fingers starts to bend as if they were extremely hot and light was warping around the heat and the flames. And she goes, "Da da," and the smell and sounds and light of the swamp immediately vanish, and you see racing lights around you swirling in this teleportation space. Let me see how she did. Hold on. Where are my percentage dice? Okay. I love D&D. Okay. As quickly as all that left you, you feel your feet slam into stone, but you're in pitch darkness. A faint mineral smell hits your nose. For those of you that can see in this darkness, your eyes adjust and you look around and it looks like maybe you're in some sort of cavern. And then you hear, "Shit! Sorry! And you watch as the goblin vanishes again.
Wait, we've already gone?
At the same moment. Yeah, it's instantaneous. At the same moment, you
You can
hear...
say goodbye to Hortsack.
No, Hortzak's there.
Oh, thank God.
She can teleport 8 people.
Wait, who's here?
So all of you and Hortzak.
And apparently Walter, who I forgot to get rid of, so he's still with us.
He's freaking
Oh,
out.
cool. There we go.
How long does that
Sorry.
spell last?
I don't know. Let me see.
Let me know as you all the moment she says "shit, sorry," and she disapparates essentially. You hear this terrible, high-pitched squealing noise in the background. This and it seems like it's coming from this hall, this tunnel that you're standing in. Let me get to our map. To your left.
10 minutes, Jed.
10 minutes, yeah. So it's still on. Hey.
Sorry, Walter.
What just happened? Where are we? What have you done to me?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Would you mind staying with us for a bit?
Yeah. And he kind of like crawls down and starts like trying to find a space to hide inside of your armor.
Yeah, come snuggle with me. We'll keep you safe.
Okay.
Where are we? What's it look like?
And we heard what, Jed? A shrieking.
You heard a
To our left?
terrible like shrieking like loud animal sound.
Uh-oh, someone got spliced.
Am I darkness? And what do I see? I
roll a
can see in
perception
the
check.
dark. So
Yeah.
okay.
Keon, you can't see anything. You are just like luckily you
He's fucking not again.
you heard some stuff around you. You heard her say shit and cast that same teleportation spell, and she's gone.
Question for you, GM.
Yeah.
Am I in my favorite terrain anymore? My favorite
no.
terrain is being swamp, and so that's an 11.
That's an 11.
And a hint. Yeah.
You are.
So I'm not in the woods, and I'm not in the swamp.
No, you're not. You're not in either of those. You look like you are in a cavern. You see rocky ceiling, and this hallway goes off to the left. To the right, it opens up a little bit, but it's kind of dead ends. You see stalactites above, stalagmites forming on the ground. Again, there's that like faint mineral smell. It's dark, it's dry, it's very different than what you were just experienced. That you instantly notice the smell of the swamp being gone. It was so pervasive.
Where did she leave us? What is this?
I have no idea where we are.
So,
No
I
idea at
shouldn't
all.
have trusted her. I knew she was awful.
Look,
But I laid eyes on her.
Oh, this isn't good, but we gotta get out of here, and we can't go that way. So let's move.
Right.
So what's the
take the
terrain
front.
look like? Are we
Since I can
now
see better.
on
Does anybody have a
just
torch we can light? Does anybody
rock
have
I
a
have a
torch?
hand, and I just make fire in my
Yeah.
hand.
Fire appears in Rika's hand, and Keon, you can suddenly see what everybody else sees, that you're suddenly like maybe underground, maybe in a cave, you don't know. It's rocky all around you.
Judd from beyond the grave. Do I see the light down that tunnel?
Not.
What?
They don't know what you're
Okay.
talking.
Guess we're gonna keep going down the tunnel.
Stand by. Stand by. now.
Okay,
I'll cue
okay,
you.
grave cleric.
Wow, Brent.
I'll cue you. I was like, that really was like a disembodied voice, because I'm looking at our overlay, not at Zoom. So I was like, holy shit.
Is it not delayed for you, Judd?
No, because I'm looking at it in OBS.
Because you're the
not-
streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not watching Twitch. I'm watching the OBS software.
All right.
So I'll check.
All right, let's go. I'll set out first. Checking the train, checking around, looking for little
What's
cave
the pauldron?
creatures to make sure not us to make sure we're not ambushed. But I'll lead.
Okay, as you guys go forward, you go about like 40 feet, and it makes a hard left. And as you kind of go around the corner, at the edge of your dark vision, you see there's something large, kind of swinging through the air. At this distance, you can't quite tell what it is. It's just like maybe like almost like it's a swinging boulder or something. You just can detect the moment, and you hear this squealing sound continuing. Beyond that, it looks like maybe there's another tunnel. You can just see this faint torchlight growing brighter. What are you guys doing?
I want to check out this swinging ball.
Yeah.
Be careful.
All right, as you move forward carefully, and Hortzak now is like pulls his giant battle axe off, and he's got it ready. He's in the front. You move closer, and you can see, and Rika still has the light from her hand casting out. You all see what looks like a net around some kind of large animal. You see these huge, like, paws sticking out between the net with these curved, massive claws. And you see there's something else trapped in there, and, well, that's the wrong mouse. Brent, what do they see?
Yes.
Oh, are
Well-
you muted? Okay, good.
Yes, just got unmuted. Trapped in a net. For anyone that can't really see in the dark, you see two piercing lights stare right at you. But for anyone that can see in the dark, you see a man in somewhat fine clothes with a little bit of armor underneath to something at least slightly ceremonial, but he's screaming "Bushakata! Bushakata!" and he points to the tunnel on the other side. Bushakata!
What language is that?
Do we know
Does
this
anyone-
language?
Do we know this language?
Nobody here knows that language.
It's not Gith, is it?
You sure?
No, it's. I mean, actually, Seville, roll a straight intelligence check for me. Actually, Keon, you can do this. Actually, no, Keon, roll a history check for me.
All right, 15.
That's a natural 20.
Whoa.
All right then.
Back to
Nice.
back, Keon.
All right.
Natural 20 for a total of 21.
21. Okay. Seville, you have no idea. Keon, there's like that moment before where you instantly go back to these intense training sessions that you had. You don't know the language, but there's something about the intonation and something that reminds you about some of the different races that live deep under Anacroli in the area that is commonly known as the Deep. You can't quite remember the name, but you know that there is a race of people, from what you can see, maybe resembles this as you're trying to look in this flickering light. You don't remember the glowing eyes, though, 100%. But that's all you got. As you guys are watching this slowly swinging person and large creature wrapped up in this rope trap. That light is growing. It's maybe 100 feet away as you see the tunnel is getting brighter and brighter, and you may hear, ah!
Tell something. I can tell what this guy's trying to communicate. So I head up ahead to try to see what is coming down and see.
I'm going up to the. I just want to. How far up is he swinging in this net?
He's about 20 feet over the. 15 feet over the floor. But this area that you came into. Now that you're there and you're looking around, you can see it's just this cathedral-like small space. It's like 25 feet wide, but it goes up really high up into the air, and you can see there's this contraption of these like wood beams that are fixed and this rope that goes up to a pulley up there. There are 3 other tunnels that branch off from this meeting point for a total of 4. The one that you just came in, one to your left, one to your right, and one straight ahead, and the light is coming from the one straight ahead. Erised,
right, as I'm training.
Hold on a sec. Erised, as you make your way across, just darting underneath this swinging thing that you see, and Bryn's character, who we don't know who it is yet, you look down and you watch this elf just deftly, like, and silently dart underneath you, looking down the way. Erised, roll a perception check.
A 9.
Yeah, it looks like it's whatever's coming is still too far away. You just see this like torchlight. It's getting brighter.
All right, I'm gonna look. I've got my hand crossbow out, and I'm training it on a piece of the rope that's suspending it, and I'm gonna go into the mind of this other that is the whoever this is trapped in this thing. Do you know any other languages? Why are you here? And why should we release you? What is coming down the tunnel?
Oh shit, you speak common? Perfect. There's a bunch of goblins down that way. Coming down real quick.
Good enough. And I'll fire a bolt and see if I can clip the thing and drop him down.
Can I hear that, right, Chad? Since my passive perception is really high.
Yeah, I mean you're still right there within earshot.
Okay.
13.
13. Seville, you take aim, and it's like the connecting point up there is pretty high up, and you just ding, ding, ding. You hear it misses the rope.
How many feet up is it?
So it's 15 feet off the ground. It's probably another like 15 feet to the connection point, so about 30 total.
All right. Can I use my mage hand to try to untie it?
Disadvantage, yeah.
You can try. Go ahead. Let's see. To untie it, it can lift 10 pounds. Roll a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
Wait, if we cut this down,
could I just take like a knife also? Would that be better? And like,
you could.
my mage hand. Would that work?
Cool.
if we cut this down, aren't we also going to free the creature that's inside there?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have a friendly one there.
Wait, what's this creature look like?
It looks like nothing that any of you've ever seen before.
Okay,
Again,
we don't
you can't
recognize
see
any of this.
You see fur, and it looks like this person is astride it, but like caught up with this net, like he's like pushed against. Like maybe it was his mount. It's hard to tell.
Stranger, is that your mount?
Yes, it's a mole mount.
Will it hurt us?
I mean, like, do you want to get eaten? It's just a mole. I ride it. It's my mount.
So it won't hurt us if we
Not unless you try to eat it.
All right. I was just trying to help you.
Are you sure?
Oh my!
Just cut me down.
So I take one of my daggers with my mage hand.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I
All right.
Fucking
As you see this dagger moving back and forth,
the invisible mage hand.
Bryn's
holding
character,
it.
you feel all of a sudden it's like it like drops a couple inches, drops a couple more inches as you see quickly the rope is unraveling and pieces are spiraling out. You look down the tunnel, Erised, and you can now see the goblins, and you see like swords and pikes raised, and they see you. God, that's how I was telling you. And they just start running for you. A second later, boom! You land on the ground, trying to get this rope off of you, as you're still caught up in this mess. What are you guys doing?
Am
I go
I
over
allowed
to
to
help.
start firing on these goblins with my arrows?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
How many are there?
Yeah, what are we
Can we
seeing?
try to talk to them first?
Roll perception check, Ariset.
What? don't have to kill
That's a
them.
10.
10. Yeah, you can't tell because you just see this like flickering flame light, and they're running maybe single file as to hide their numbers.
Okay, they're coming. They're coming.
Thank you.
Judd,
What's that?
How wide is the tunnel that they're coming through?
Okay, hold on. Yes, Brent.
Okay.
I was going to ask the same thing. How wide is the tunnel and how far down are they?
Okay, at this point, they're about 60 feet. The tunnel starts at about 15 feet and goes down to about 6 feet, maybe 5 feet. It looks like it pinches.
All right. I'm
I
gonna
asked
run.
him, stranger, how many are there?
I'm running down, and I'm gonna attack
Lots.
one and run back.
What?
Like a lot, so many.
All right. Why don't we
If-
take the net and hold it so they can't get past us?
They will stab us
My
through the
idea.
net.
Well, I tried.
I have a better idea. How loose is the dirt underneath our feet?
I mean, there's some loose dirt. It's not pure rock. This looks like a
If-
very well-worn path, so it's been ground down a bit.
If I can, I'll use a mold earth to make a nice thick wall between the archway, so like they can't get through. So like I try to just block the passageway as much as I can. It can only do 5 feet.
Only 5 feet. If you roll a perception check for me, and then we'll talk about it, a little bit. We'll meet you in a moment.
That's a 13.
Well, you see, like, if you move into the tunnel, like if you kind of race towards them, about another 15 feet down, you can see a point that pinches even more. It looks like it's actually like maybe 4 feet across.
I will set up and make it as difficult a terrain right there, if not block it.
Okay.
I flank him. I
would
flank
like
him,
to
and
help
if
him.
anybody gets through, I'm ready to shoot.
The rest of you watch as this person in this cloak, he's got his cloak pulled up. He just turns and he runs down. At the same time, his hand starts moving through the air, and the dirt and dust around him starts to accumulate and swirl around his feet and then race ahead of him. And you see it starts to, it just rises up. And you see the goblins, it's like, you see arrows start to streak in as they're firing, and this wall. How much space can you cover with it?
I can move a 5-foot cube.
5 foot cube. Okay. So let me see that.
On top of where he did that, can I cast Entangle so that it makes it even harder?
Absolutely. So you're gonna leave like a 2-foot gap, either at the top or the bottom. Where do you want to leave it?
Leave it at the top.
Okay. So you see it forms into this cube that blocks. Actually, if you make it thinner, you can cover the whole thing if you want.
I would like a nice thick.
I'm gonna say
thick,
5-foot cube. We're gonna play with that. You could, instead of 5 feet, it's maybe like 2-3 feet as it and closes off. All right, what are you guys doing?
Okay, so I'm flanking him already, and I see her put up the entangle on top of that. Is that what I see?
Yeah, you see.
Did I do that? I did that?
vines
Okay, cool.
Okay, so then
start
I'm ready to
sprouting out
start
of the
picking them
ground.
off.
Which is a 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if I see any coming, I'm ready to just like take right aim and get them.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Stranger, why are they chasing you? Who are they?
They're goblins. I guess they're hungry.
What did you do
Where are
to
we,
them?
stranger?
I walked by. I'm sorry. I am amazing. Maybe I'm delicious. I have no idea why they want me. I just ran. Okay. Are you
Where'd
going
you
to
come
feed my
from?
poor Matt? Far away. So can we go? Will this hold?
As you say that, you see like, and dirt starts to trickle down. More
Wait,
dirt.
you mean there's another way out of here?
Several.
That's what I've been doing during this time. Can I have taken a torch and be looking for like another passageway
Absolutely. Yeah. Roll a perception check for me.
with the torch? So
Yeah. So you're okay.
that is
Everybody
a
always wants to
19.
kill us.
19. So
These ones are
Keon,
goblins.
you look again, you see there are 4 tunnels coming off of this main area. You know the one you came out of that dead ends into a smaller cavern. The one that was immediately to your right as you came in, it has a foul odor coming out of it. The one straight ahead now blocked, and the one to your left, it looks like it's slowly kind of curving upward.
And no odoriferous.
It smells actually kind of like cleaner. There's actually like a soft breeze you can barely detect rolling down through this tunnel. Again, you see a little goblin hand comes through, and they're like scraping, trying to widen this hole.
Oi, you lot, this way, come on.
I run and grab my drop spear, and I mount my mole mount and just follow along.
You watch as he kicks up his spear in his hand, puts another hand on the seat, and just kind of throws his leg over. At the same time,
How big
the
is
mole
this
mount
thing?
it's pretty big. It's like 15 feet long.
Is it like horse size? I'm not good with numbers.
It's more like what do we say? It's more like a rhino that is not as tall. It's furry and has these big like front paw, like more like a real mole. Like it's got these weird big front paws.
Oh, like a mole mount.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
gonna take a
Does that mean it's blind?
a flask full of oil,
I don't know.
and I'm
Okay.
gonna run up and smash it on the earthen mound.
Okay.
And I'm going to use prestidigitation to start a fire and just light it up. And hopefully they can buy us more time, and then let's get out of here.
Yeah. You hear as this stranger kind of like the light, and you see as he runs by Keon on the mount, he kind of shields his eyes from your flame. Seville, you do that. You light it up. You hear, and the hands like reach back through. Nat 20. An arrow goes through that hole right into you.
Wait,
on.
it's a 5-foot thing, right?
Yeah, but they pulled a little hole open, and it's on fire now. But they like backed off, and an arrow went right through, and I rolled a nat 20 on that attack. So it's a goblin. So oops, I missed that. 7 points of damage as 7 points of damage as the arrow just sticks in. It doesn't go very far into you. You manage to like pull it out, and you're like, ow, fuck.
All right.
What are you doing?
I'll do
you guys can roll initiative if you
I
you're
have a
lingering.
question
Yeah.
before we do that. What language do goblins speak?
Gobbledygook. Gobbledygook.
And they also speak goblin.
In Harry Potter, but in D&D I think it's just goblin. Yeah.
In
Does anyone know goblin?
the story of the Babe. Labyrinth,
I
it's
know goblin? I don't think I do.
gobbledygook.
I don't know Goblin.
In D&D, it's gobbledygook too.
I'm following Keon. I'm looking at Keon because I think I'm thinking the same thing. Is if there's another way out of here, the stranger said. I'm just like, show us the way. And
Jed,
I
I'm-
run. And do I see
Alright.
Keon with his torch going
Yeah,
down?
Keon is
I
making
haven't
it.
abandoned you on.
Yeah. Oh, you
waiting for
haven't.
you guys.
Oh, okay, you're waiting.
No,
okay,
no,
but
I'm not abandoned.
but the
Can I
stranger,
jump?
the stranger is going up with on his mole mount, and this is just slowly rising up.
I'm following them.
Can
Okay.
I jump onto the mole mount behind him?
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
All right, I'm uncanny dodging the bolt or the arrow, so cut that in half.
16.
Yeah, 16, no problem. So as he goes by you, you just like reach up and grab a bit of the saddle and kind of like you fairly gracefully manage to pull yourself on behind him.
Hi, stranger.
Hey, what? Oh, fine. Just go. Let's go.
I'm running
Let's
with
do it.
them. I'm like at full speed keeping up.
All right, Seville, you
Hopefully.
are you
Is
also?
Walter still on my shoulder?
He's like hiding in your
Oh,
robes.
right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you can
buddy.
feel him down there.
Sorry.
You feel his like little heartbeats, like next to you as he's like.
All right, I've got you, buddy. I've got you.
Baby.
It's 10 minutes, did you say?
Yeah.
So you just hear this like. I mean, I think it's 10 minutes at this point, and you just hear
Yeah,
this
but he-
little,
Can we still like understand like each other's like body language and stuff? at
I
all?
mean, you can feel he's terrified and like shivering inside
Okay.
of you, inside your armor there. Yeah. Okay. And Seville, I just need to know what you're doing. You didn't say.
All right, I'm going to quickly dart in the other direction for a second. I'm creating this this odor with prestidigitation of raw flesh, and I'm going to leave the scent in the opposite direction, and then I'm going to dash towards everybody else.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
One by one, you all like make your way up this. It narrows at places. You have to go single file, and it's steadily climbing up, and you hear screams behind you as it seems like they burst through that barrier, but the screams also start to fade a moment. As you know, this tunnel kind of goes up and then levels and then goes up, so you can't actually see down it anymore. So you can't tell if there's light pursuing you. After another 30 seconds to a minute, you come out into a large cavern, and you see at the distance daylight, and just like this kind of jagged edge of a large cave opening, and trees and some grasslands out that way. And as you all look to each other and to this new stranger, we got to take a break. So we.
Oh no!
Yes, we don't know who you've met yet. We don't know. You guys, I'm so excited. We needed two things to happen tonight to meet this new character. D&D is so
Wait, what
real.
do we need to happen?
You had to roll a 3 on your
needed to meet
navigation to see the other boat with the people, which you did right away. And you had to talk to them actually and ask about teleportation, which you did. And then her teleport had to screw up. Otherwise, you'd be in Mosul, and we'd have to wait for print. I said it could be days, weeks. I don't know.
That's like a real
serious?
dick move,
That's
Jess.
It's real.
Wait,
it's real.
But Peter,
This shit
what
is real.
inspired you to ask about teleportation? Like, what made you think that they might have that?
They're wizards.
I wanted to
She's a caster.
teleport. Yeah, well, once there was a wizard, I wanted to teleport either in Yaxis. I wanted to teleport in Yaxis with Autonic to get us to Vorden, and
Is it bad that I don't know these places?
no, it's not.
You don't know these places.
You do. You do. You know Vorden.
shit.
You've passed near Vorden, but you didn't go in. You know it's the
There's
city
too
of.
many.
It's you're from the kingdom.
We
you
need
know.
visual aids.
Yeah, so I wanted to get because we need to
You need to
because
get a map.
Vorden is the next. That's where the closest next site is. So I was like, teleport there. But if you can't see it, if you've never been there, you can't teleport there. So it's.
Okay.
I mean, so when I saw like Judd describe the wizard, I was like, well, maybe they're powerful enough. Let's see.
Well, that was genius.
I mean,
So it was good, and it was
like,
good that we ran
I was
into
like,
Nox,
I'm
so
gonna.
that's awesome. Yeah.
We're gonna keep this real only if the rolls come in, and you roll for teleportation if you know it, and if you're going to a teleportation circle, you don't have
Yeah, it's
to roll
crazy.
because you just go. But if you don't, and you've only seen it once or twice, then your chances of making that target start to dwindle. And she rolled like a 12.
Random teleportation is awesome.
Yeah. So,
So
all
good.
right, everybody. So we'll be right back. I just got to refresh, get some food, get some drinks, go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Setting my watch for 10 minutes, and we will.
And we
join
got
you.
Brent back, baby. Come on now.
Finally.
You
Dude,
see
Oh
this
my
now.
God.
I'm
I
so
am-
excited.
And it's back
He's really
together.
happy about that.
Wait,
I
I
cannot
think-
believe it.
We know Brent creates some
I really wanna-
crazy ass characters, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm really excited. But also, Judd, I
amazing.
want to meet that chick that made us go here because she was a bitch, and I wanted to meet her more.
She was literally the incarnation of Rika.
She sucked. Rika's amazing.
The mirror.
You guys are identical.
You're-
That's
you know they'd end up being
hilarious.
BFFs later.
All right.
They'd start off like
Wait,
sparks.
do we have more
Enemies.
D&D to play?
Oh, we do. We'll be
Yes.
back in 10 minutes. I got to
All
restart
right,
my timer as we're all chatting. All right, 10 minutes, y'all. We'll be right back.
Okay, guys.
Wait.
All right.
Are we off stream?
Back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us as we finished our break. Okay.
We got distracted
Buckle in.
talking about
Buckle
Disney
in.
World and Disneyland and Disney.
Post
Oh my gosh.
COVID, what are we gonna do? And all the plans we're all making together, and we cannot.
It's all
wait.
gonna
my
be
gosh.
Dole Whips and shots and like going.
Dole
to
Whips?
Jams, yeah. A lot of drinks. That's what you do at Disneyland in Southern California. You,
I've never been to Disneyland. I've only been to Disney World.
I didn't know that you're supposed to
Oh.
do Disneyland drunk.
Have you ever been to Disney
I
World
live
and
under
gone
a
through
rock.
Epcot and drank around the world?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
drink around the world.
I don't know why we're
around the
talking about this on our show,
around
but
the
I will
world.
say, be prepared because Disneyland. If you've been to Disney World first, Disneyland is like, wait, that's it? That's all the castle there is?
No, I know. I'm okay with it. I haven't been in years, and like I love all theme parks
Okay.
no matter what.
All right, good. All
It's all
right.
good.
Well,
Anyway, I'm ready.
well,
Let's do it.
coming
Let's
back-
do it.
Coming back to Anacroli, everyone. Let my voice lead you in. As a reminder, you all followed this stranger on this creature mount that he was on after you freed him, and you all bolted up this pathway that led finally to a large, massive cave. You can see it opens to the surface world out there. Brent, the
God,
moment
okay.
you guys emerge into this larger space, your mount like skids, and
Shit.
I need you to make a make a strength save for me.
Oh god. Okay. Oh god, it's 6.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm writing it too. I'm writing it
Oh
too.
yeah, you as well, please. I forgot you were on it
Shit,
as well.
why did I say anything? Okay. I made a 12. What's my strength? Probably not very much.
+0.
Strength isn't even an option for me. Wait,
Yeah, I
what did
think
I
you
do
are
wrong?
plus 0.
It's a raw.
So Brent, your character, it's like all of a sudden this mount like just sticks its claws into the ground, like almost instantly stopping. You get thrown off. Rika, you get thrown off as well, but you manage to kind of like grab a bit of the
Is Walter
saddle.
okay?
Walter's still tucked inside you, but
Okay,
you do
good.
manage to like hold on enough so that you don't kind of faceplant as you watch Brent's character just kind of like smash into the ground ahead. You kind of stumble, but you're on your feet, and the mount turns and bolts back down that back down into the darkness.
You ungrateful bastard!
Can't ride your own mole mount. Is that what it is?
Hold on. Am I in the middle of daylight?
You're not yet. I mean, you're like a good 100 feet from this opening of this cave, but that light hits you, and you've heard of such things, but you can see like you're trying to look at it because it's so different. It's so interesting. You've never seen anything that bright before. As the rest of you look over, Brent, tell us what they see now that you have this light hitting you. What are they looking at?
Now that I'm in daylight, the piercing blue eyes aren't as strong, but you see from just the eyes, it's a dark, endless pit. Like it's so deep and dark that all there is this light. And if the light goes and looks upon you, it's like, is this looking into my soul? But beyond that, he is covered from head to toe. His hands, his feet, he has cloth gloves and leather boots and like a thick studded leather outfit that is almost reminiscent of like a simple guard outfit, but it's so ceremonial, it's so fine and distinct, like it's something for a ceremony at the very least. But it's in this dark gray and dark purple pattern, and then you see upon him a few jewels of like these radiant green, but he's stripped bare. You see maybe a knife at his hip, his spear, and then like a bag with a bedroll, and that's it. Everything else went with the mole mount, and he is suffering upon the light.
Oh no.
What's up with this guy?
God, when the 9 hells is that? And he points down the tunnel to the light.
Where are we? And who are you?
No one of great importance, but my name's Caliban. Who are you?
My name's Seville.
Love it.
These are
Fucking Caliban.
Love the reference.
God. Hey,
yeah.
Seville,
yeah.
since I have to suffer in this poor state, you wouldn't happen to have a little bit of a libation on you? something to drink?
I absolutely do. Yes.
What do you have?
Well, do you want wine or water?
Wine, for the love of God, wine.
All right, I'll take out my wine skin and I'll hand it to him, and I'll tap him on the shoulder and say, "Where are we?"
He takes the wineskin, he pulls down his mask, and you see a rough, stony face with a mustache upon it. It would almost look human if it didn't look so stone-like and iridescent blue at the same time.
Wait, so literally stone? I take a step back.
Pop.
Don't take this as any kind of offense, but what are you?
I'm me. I mean, is this...
What race? I've never seen your kind before.
I've never seen your kind, halfling, right? And he looks towards...
I turn around and laugh.
and he looks towards Keon, and it's like, okay, halflings, right? He looks to Keon, dwarf. I'm pretty sure it's dwarf. Dwarf is like metal. He's in metal, right? And he looks to Rika. It's like, I have no fucking clue what you are, but you're there.
Have you ever been on the surface?
You're
No.
from very deep.
No, I've never been to the surface. No one would go to the surface. Why would you go to the surface?
What?
Unless you had to.
Can you see?
It hurts like shit, to be honest. It's kind of awful. Is it always like that?
No.
Yeah.
Like all the time? Why? Why? For the love of God, why would you want that? Oh,
So we can use our eyes and see things?
you need that to see? That's terrible. That's awful. I'm so sad for you.
Well, he does anyway.
Hortzak, what's at our
Gesture to
6?
Kian.
Anybody coming up?
I got so caught up in what was happening. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me go. And he like stumbles back and looks down the tunnel. And he is just one with vision as he just focuses everything with his nat 20. I know it's like.
I love this crocodile.
He's the best. I don't see any light, but I definitely hear them. They're down there.
Well, let's hope they
I
don't
think we
like
need to-
light
Time to
either.
move.
Either we need to face off, or we need to.
Before we go, Judd,
Yeah.
does anything happen with the wine?
Thank you. Oh yes, thank
For
you.
the love of God.
Roll. Oh God, roll a d4 for me.
Oh shit.
my
Okay.
goodness. What the fuck is going on?
I rolled the 1. I hope that's good.
Oh shit.
Happening.
As you
don't feed him after
Caliban,
midnight.
some wine, you can see he's just like hungrily drinking this. There's this moment where his cloak starts to almost looks like it's billowing on its own, and then kind of moving and undulating is the word, and it slowly falls open for a moment, and you see these black tendrils coming out from him, and as soon as it falls open, they go back inside.
All right, believe him. Let's go.
That is the best drink I've ever had. He's right. Let's
going.
go.
I'm just gonna kind of turn around
Leave
and
him
whisper
here.
whoever's next to me. Did we release the wrong person here? Now
See
keep
that,
the
Rika?
keep the
See that,
wineskin. Keep the
Come
wineskin.
on.
Are
I
we
will.
running or fighting? What do we all decide?
I'm hoping they don't like the light either, so let's just keep backing into the light and get a little distance here and take some cover behind trees. If they
Wait.
follow us, we'll cut them down.
Stranger, what should we call you?
Caliban.
Leave
Caleb. Oh, I
him.
forgot that.
Did you not just see that?
Callie.
I've
Short.
been drinking.
Cal. I mean, you with the face is always acceptable.
Hey, what do we call you?
Okay, he puts
Anybody
it.
have hat?
Just a quick note.
Seville.
Hey,
Give him your hat.
Brent, look at the
Serve
message
as
I
a
sent.
visor, and perhaps his tolerance for the light will improve.
There are goblins coming.
my hat.
go.
Right, let's go
Right,
then. Let's
now.
go. Do you know the way out?
Yes,
Taliban,
towards
or
the
whatever
fucking
you are
lights.
Before
How
we go
about
on,
towards the fucking lights?
Okay, let's go towards the fucking light then.
All right.
before we go on, just remember, this is closed down deep. You see just a touch of eyes and then the face and the mustache. And then he quickly covers back up completely after he drinks.
All right. Let's
right.
go then. Do you want to get eaten by goblins?
No, for fuck's sakes, no.
All right, then follow us.
Goblins. Goddamn, always goblins.
All right, so let's go. I'll grab Caliban by under the arm to guide him because he can't see shit. You know, he can't slow us down. So, and we'll follow Keon as he's beelining.
I'm running as fast as I can while comforting Walter.
Okay, yeah, and Hortzak is, Hortzak, you see, just sprints past you, battle axe at the ready, and he moves to point. As you all rush out of this long cavern, and as you get to the end, the mouth of this cave is massive. I mean, it's like 120 feet, huge stalactites hanging down all over the place. You see there's on the stalagmites and on the ground there's a bunch of like guano. This cave is obviously used by lots of creatures. There's also like a fairly worn path that kind of cuts down the middle, like other bigger creatures use this as well. So you rush to the end. Hortzak comes out, takes a look around, has no idea, rolls a 3, just looks for anything immediately coming at you, kind of go. As you, the pain that hits your eyes, Caliban, it's intense. You just see a sea of white as your eyes struggle to adjust.
What in the nine hells is this?
I rip a piece of my cloak off with my dagger, Judd.
Okay.
And I pad it with moss on the inside, and I say, "Here, do this." And I blindfold him with it to see if it helps.
God, how do you live with this?
Does this help you?
What is this?
Does this help you?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I can close my eyes and do the same thing.
As you try to tie it around and like bits of moss fall away, the fabric that remains, and she's tying it behind your cloaked head, you can just kind of see through you put the fabric up to your face, you can kind of see through it. It helps. It definitely, it's like thick sunglasses. You can't see great detail, but you can see the trees, you can see the pathway, you stop for a moment because in the distance you see these giant puffy white clouds slowly drifting through the sky. Mountains off to your left, snow-capped at the top. Just a gorgeous and so alien landscape in front of you.
Caliban coyly picks to the sky. What the fuck is that? Is that normal?
It's normal at the sky. It's always there.
The sky? What? The sky?
Yes,
Is it
it's
supposed to be
above the
puffy?
ground. It's. Someone shut this one up, will you?
Oh, shut you up! God, I'm not drunk enough for this. Oh, God, why? Oh.
Do I recognize the mountains?
Roll an intelligence check for me, Keon.
Oh boy. It's a natural 1, baby. Let's get it.
They're mountains.
The dice live on.
You are sure those are mountains. Which ones?
I look
You
around.
have no fucking idea.
DM, I look to see if I find any caves nearby or any kind of shelter, something with some shade in it, so we can go just hide and
Yeah,
regroup.
the ones behind us.
There's a huge one behind you. What'd you get?
Should I roll?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With your
All
crystal.
right. Is that going to be an investigation or perception?
No, perception, you know what I'll tell you? As there are trees nearby, one might call this a forest,
Whoa.
which means
hey.
you
So
can
does that
roll
mean I'm
again.
an advantage?
Yes, you can roll
Caliban.
Well
again.
then, well, that's a 22 in that case.
22.
Yeah.
Okay. You all watch as Erisette just kind of like springs away. And to get a better view, because there are trees, it's the pretty dense trees outside the cave, like a good 80 to 90 feet outside the entrance of this cave, the trees start. But you kind of follow this bank that goes up and around the lip of the cave entrance. As you gain some height to rise up above the trees, you can see, hold on, let me look at my map. Okay, you can see off to your left, there's a massive, in the far distance, mountain chain that seems to stretch from horizon to horizon. The tallest of which are all snow-capped. Massive mountains, they're beautiful, picturesque. There's a carpet of forest that leads up to it. To your right, you can see there's another large kind of patch of the forest just continues down, and it's broken by a quite wide river that's meandering through the forest, and that's what you can see here. It's blocked by the hill. If you want to go up higher, you can. Let me know what you're doing.
I want to check my tattoo on my forearm and try to connect to Laura Arena.
Okay. Airset, are you doing anything else?
I lead back down to them.
There is more hill if you wanted to go higher. I just want to let you know.
Okay, I lead back down and I say, it's very beautiful here. Really stunning. We could go a bit higher and get a better vantage. If you're able. Are you all able? Are you able?
Do I have
Does
to?
this look like Lupnor, the Dolgarin Mountains?
It could be. I mean, the mountains are stunning. There's
Caliban.
also a river.
What?
Caliban, do you know where we are? Do you know the name of the place we are in?
No, what's your face? I don't know where we are. I've never been up here.
What is it called down there?
It's called up here. What?
We call it
Why do you ask these questions? Why so many questions? I am not ready for questions right this particular moment. I would like to
do
say.
you want to be with us or not? Just go back to your cave if you'd like to get
Oh,
eaten by
I'm not
goblins.
going back into the cave. You know there's goblins in there.
I do know there's goblins, but you're being very obnoxious right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am blinded by so much going on, things I've never seen. My experience right now is quite exhausting. So I would like to have a moment to relax, if that would be okay with you. What's your face, Miss Red Woman? I don't know what the hell you are.
Call me
All right.
Rika.
I go into Ariset's mind and I just go, hey, Wild Sauce, they're worse than us.
Yes. They'll probably end up falling in love.
Oh.
Anyway, I go up a little higher and I see, while they're bickering, I just quietly go up even farther up to see if I find any kind of cave or shaded place.
As you go up a little bit higher, you kind of crest the hill that is the entrance of this this cave, and you have a better vantage point to your left now, or what you might consider the south. You're not quite sure. You watch as that river kind of meanders, the forest leaves it, and you can see there's a large city not too far away, walled city where the river splits, and right at that split is this, you can see this dark gray stone of a large walled city there. Up here on the hill, there are really large pine trees. They're starting to get denser as you crested the top, so there are spaces underneath the trees where you can find a bit of shade and rest on the pine needles.
Okay, I run down, I say, come this way. I grab Caliban's hand and I say,
What?
follow me. Follow me.
Where are we
Just
going?
Close your eyes, follow me. We're going to some
Got-
shade. It'll make you more comfortable.
Are you coming to kill me?
No, I'm coming to
Wants
help
to
you.
hurt you. Shut up.
Shut your face up.
I say, Seville, would you
Fine, let's go.
separate them,
Let's go.
please?
Hortzak leads in at that moment, and you
Everyone.
just see through the cloth this like huge crocodile face and all these teeth. No, we're here to take care of you. It's fine. I can vouch
you
for everybody.
sure?
And you just see this like chomping massive teeth right at your face.
I will go with the woman who's dragging me.
And Hortzak runs off ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Mm-hmm. Okay.
DM, do I know anything on the tattoo?
Yeah, so as you're all starting to make your way, following Ariset up this hill, climbing to higher ground, so you concentrate and you see rises up once again your special tattoo, glowing with that energy. And a moment later, you hear, Seville, Ranta, are you there?
Hi, this is Ranta.
Yes, I know.
Where are you? Are you safe? Are you safe?
We're safe. We've reestablished. Where are you? I've been trying to reach you for some time.
I don't know where we are. I'm gazing down on a city surrounded by stone. There's a river. Do you know it? Musul, Barakesh. We just came out of the swamps.
Yes, Mosul. Yes. Mosul is down in the swamp. It's at the edge of the swamp. There is it's at a delta, a river delta. It's a walled city.
Yes.
Yes, I mean it could be.
That's it.
Gray stone, dark gray.
That's what we're looking at, yes. Listen, we took out the first site in the swamps near Pelki. It was a temple. You have to destroy a crystal there. Fernuge, a whisper Fernuge, the necromancers has managed to call him back, but just a piece of him, and we destroyed it. So that's a victory, Larar. That's a victory.
Ranta, this is welcome news. I have much to share with you as well. There are layers upon layers of deception at work here. We have learned that mage, that archmage that has been referenced.
Dreven, yes.
Dreven, yes. He or she, we don't know, is working with these necromancers. This is misinformation, misdirection, and now we're afraid that maybe the Istari are also, the Istarim to the north are also involved in a plot to overthrow the king and queen. There's a lot to report. I don't have much time. I'm going into council with the king now. Listen, are you going to be reachable in the next probably day?
Anytime, any place, I'm reachable. Is the Edgeguard safe? Can we count on them?
Yes, we've reestablished safe houses. The cutters, those that survived, are establishing new places. I will let you know. If you let me know which city you're going to, I'll tell you where to go. I'm sorry, I have to go right now.
I think it's Musul. Talk to you soon.
Ranta.
Out.
Ranta,
yes.
Listen. I'm proud of you. Stay safe. You've really impressed me. So much more than I ever thought you would. Don't take that as offense. We had a rough meeting.
I know.
But you're doing great. Keep it up. The kingdom is relying on you.
I'm glad to hear your voice, Laura Arena. I am so glad to hear your voice.
And same. I'm going to let King Dolian know about you in particular. Keep it up and report back when you can.
Laura out. One thing.
And you watch as you say one thing, and it goes down and it goes dark onto your wrist again.
All right. So I turn to the group because I know they at least hear me animated, but they can't hear what I'm saying because everything is telepathy. But they see maybe the glowing patch on my wrist.
What are you doing, Seville?
I turn around. It's my commander. She's alive. Great. Keon. They've secured the city at least. They have secured the king and queen. The Edgeguard is back in control, but there's some things that we were confused at. I told you, Ariset, the wizard Dreven, and the conflict between the necromancers is a ruse. They are working together, which finally makes some sense because it has been bothering me that how could these two be opposed? And anyways, look, this narrows the focus here. It looks like Dreven and the necromancers are together. We do need to take out these sites, and I do think this city is Musul, which is a good thing. We're close, and we have destroyed a site. We've destroyed a site! 4 down! 4 left to go. Or 1 down. Yeah, and I throw my hat up in the air.
I turned to Arius, like, is your friend okay? He was talking to himself for
I
a
just
while.
catch my hat and I go and slam a hand on Keon's armor, walk over to Rika, grab her hands, and just say, and then go to Ariset and grab her in a big hug and pick her up. We're doing this. We're doing this.
Look, if you need a room, I'll go. It's okay.
You can't see shit.
I think you should.
So let's go.
I can hear the shit you're saying.
Let's go down. I think this is Musul. Let's go down, establish some contact. Keon, I think the Edgeguard cutter houses are being reestablished, which means I can resupply, we can resupply. We may have a contact to information, intel. This is good news, everyone. This is good news. A lot of work to be done, but this is fucking good news. A victory, folks. Thank you.
Find the library.
Thank you. Library.
Why?
What?
To stay in. Wasn't it here?
Yes, we have to contact the gnome's cousin. Yes.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
Tungsten or something.
Yeah, Tungsten. Tungsten Lurkler or something. But
No taking.
Hipple Pipple.
And from
Hipple
Dwarven.
Pipple.
Pipple Pipple was Dwarven.
Hipple Pipple
Please
is
pay
the
the fuck
is
attention.
the Dwarven. That's the cousin. I got it. Dwarven Hipple Pipple. And the cousin is
Just rhymes with nipple. Now you'll never forget.
yes.
Or it just be nipple.
Now he'll only just say dwarven
You
nipples.
could just
nipples.
in the back of your mind,
Dwarven
you just feel him
nipples.
like shrivel a little bit. Here it goes again. Nipple. Poor guy.
Yeah, hippopotamus nipples.
It's his
his
youth
life.
all over again.
All his life.
Every
Yeah.
treasured DMPC has some horrible like euphemism like tucked away in its
Way back.
Look, it's
Tanston
nipple again.
Lurser.
Once you find the library, let's go.
Tanston Licorice.
Listen,
Let's
I
go.
go to Caliban and I say, listen,
Uh,
I want to help you be more comfortable so you're more useful to us.
wait. I'm useful? I mean,
He's not. Just
He's-
let him be.
oh,
No.
fuck you redwood witch. I don't know what the hell you are.
Look, there's no
What's
need
it
to
to
fight.
you?
There's no need to fight.
Look,
We're heading down, by the way.
Okay,
As we argue, we're arguing down. We're going
look,
to the
if we're
city.
going down, just tell me, is there alcohol that way?
Plenty, friend.
We're in a.
Plenty.
It's a
That's
city. Of
all
course,
I
there's
want.
alcohol.
That's all
Have you never
you
been
had
to a city, Caliban?
I've been to a city, you screeching witch! What are you doing off on? Why
So
are you
why
so
would you be asking us this? We haven't been there before either, but
I
we're not
had a question.
stupid. Why do you think we know the answer any more than you do?
I would ask because I don't know.
Neither do we.
Fine, let's go.
Oh my god.
I throw my arm around Ariset and I just walk ahead and I just like, it's so good to not have this be us. And I just walk ahead and scout ahead with Ariset leading the way because she
It's
knows
all right,
this.
Walter. It's all right.
And as
You know,
you
they're
open that
probably a
up,
bit
actually,
overwhelmed.
and Walter sees trees in the distance, he just like scampers, just like starts fighting and clawing and pulling out, and then just like frees himself and leaps. And you see him run for all he is worth, and then scrambles up a tree. And you see, you see his tail like doing that squirrel thing, like that "fuck you" tail, like "fuck you, fuck you."
I follow him and I look up the tree and I thank him. Thank you, Walter, for your help. I hope you find new friends here.
And he goes up higher.
Speaking of the forest, Ian,
Yeah.
is this like a subtropical forest? Is it temperate? Is it quite cold? Is it like jungle-like? What sort of? Can you describe the forest?
Yeah. So it's I don't know technically what it would be called, but it's kind of grasslands, and there are
Deciduous forest.
there are fir trees of that type.
Fir trees. Okay. Yep.
And as you make your way down to Mosul, you see that the fir trees start to kind of leave you behind, and you see like larger, what might be oaks, and that sort of type of tree, like thicker trunks, broader leaves.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just like ground me where I am.
Yeah.
Is it sunny out? Is it a blue sky kind of.
Yeah. So as you emerge, and you can, as you're making your way down this hill, you can see you're kind of going down into a valley, which gives you a nice vantage down. You can see the edge of the swamp. You see this large walled city, but beyond it, you just see kind of the haze that is the swamp, like the slightly cloudy, gaseous kind of atmosphere that hovers over the thick, dark trees, but above, you look up and you see it's a beautiful, that perfect blue sky, those white puffy clouds, the sunlight just warming your skin. It's such a change. The air is so fresh here compared to what you were at, both in the swamp and underground, that it's really lovely. And Caliban, to you, it's such everything is alien. The smells, they're not unpleasant. They're just different. It has like almost a minty-ish kind of smell. You're just cataloging everything. Everything is new. That you can see through the fabric that is pulled over your eyes.
Isabel.
Keon, yeah?
And I sidle up next to him, ideally out of earshot from Caliban. You saw what that creature did back in the cave, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tentacles
Magic,
shot
you
out.
mean?
There was tentacles.
Oh. Yeah, I saw that when he had a drink. I know. You think we should be cautious. Do you pick up anything about him?
I mean, maybe I would, but I find that pretty hard to trust. That looked pretty freaking demonic to me.
Yeah, I get you. I guess I'm a little not as taken off guard as, we traveled with someone before we met you. Let's say he dabbled in the dark arts. So perhaps I'm a little too used to it. I'm glad you noticed as well. I don't know what to make of this man, but clearly he hasn't been on the surface. Are you kidding me?
There are many strange things from in the depths of this earth.
Yeah. This must be a whole new world for him. I don't know.
We should be careful.
We should. Do we get him back underground? We're going into a city. I don't think anybody's ever seen the likes of this one before.
Maybe there's a mine nearby that we'll hear about. He can find his way back down.
Yeah, perhaps.
I don't suppose Araset will be a fan of abandoning him at the nearest tavern.
I hear my name. And I've been eavesdropping the entire time, but I'm just using that as an excuse to kind of sidle up and say...
You do have a really high passive perception.
Yeah. I'm saying... Keon, you've been quiet?
I have.
Are you concerned with something?
I'm concerned with our new traveling companion back there.
Yes, he's a handful. That's for sure.
Let's try and keep him away from alcohol, it would seem.
Yes, well, we can encourage him to at least come along with the promise of alcohol, but I think it would be best to find out exactly what he's about.
In general, when I see tentacles come out of someone's cloak, I swing a sword at them.
Me too.
You wouldn't be wrong.
But,
What do you want to say, Caliban?
Sorry, this isn't for you. This is for Judd. Judd, with my passive perception and my insight, do I get the feeling of what's going on behind me, even though I'm fucking distracted by what's in front of me?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what your passive perception is. I mean,
we're out in front. We're out in front leading.
I mean, you have a high passive perception, but I'm also going to say, your nerves and everything, it'd be like if you got plucked and dropped onto an alien world. Like you're not in a kind of mental place where you're able to really ascertain what's happening around you. Like you see them, I think you see them clumped up a little bit, and maybe that gives you like a little red flag. You can't hear anything because you are, I mean, you can still see. It hurts, but you can see. And you've never seen openness. Like you've seen you've seen underground, like, you know, seas basically. You've seen huge taverns, but you've never seen things like what you're picking up right now.
Cool.
And so you're definitely disoriented a bit, but you do see that they, especially when Arisette steps up and the three of them are kind of talking, you do notice that.
Okay, noted. Just noted.
Keon. For now, our city's safe.
Yeah. It's very good news.
Yeah. The king and queen are safe. I'd like you to fill me in. I know you and I started off circling each other, trying to find out if we could trust one another. I know you had set out. We're keeping an eye on Arisette and I, and when we settle and have a moment, maybe the three of us could share information.
What do you mean you're keeping an eye on me?
Oh.
Well, when you left the capital, you left very quickly. Malara was quite interested in you and your party members, which are no longer of this realm, it would seem.
Wait, who's Malara?
Asley, not the capital.
Oh.
The capital's Carthan.
But who's Malara? Who's Malara?
The high priestess of Kaya,
Do you
the
remember
church which I serve.
Arisette, the priestess we visited to deal with Otto's
Yes, of course, yes.
problem with that deity he
Yes,
formed an
yes.
alliance with? So her, apparently, that's where Keon got a little look at us and has been tracking us.
Tracking us?
Well, he's interested in you. Yes, Keon?
Yes. If you're from the outside and you made it to a necroly, you might be a piece in the puzzle to solving this. The abandonment, the departure, all of it.
Yeah.
And so far, I've seen that to be true. I've been acting on my own agency on behalf of the church and following you, but I believe it is the right thing to do.
I've only been
hence-
in... I'm sorry, Keon.
And hence we're in muzzle.
Well, perhaps we can have a drink and celebrate this little victory, all of us together, and share some information. I've only been where at least the continent Arisette is from. I was there, stationed for a year. Oh, Keon, it's different than Anacroly. It's so different. But I'm not the authority, just a visitor. Arisette can fill you in on
That's
the
incredible.
details. It is incredible. It is incredible, Keon. Another land that apparently perhaps we were part of. But so different information, Keon. It's free. You can study. It's available, not like here. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you can learn anything you want in Faerun. Anyways,
I
don't wanna
was
get ahead of
born
myself.
a year after the departure. You know, there were times in my training when I thought the whole thing was made up. That this was all that there was. And to hear you say that, to affirm that it's true, to say that you've been outside yourself.
I have. I've been outside the storm wall. And this dear one here, Arisette's Wild Sauce, she's from there. So you don't have to take my word for it. Just listen to her. But Keon, God's man, I hope you found some peace, because it seems like you're on a real crusade, man.
Yeah.
We'll
One
get
day.
you there. One day indeed, so.
I go to Keon and I take his hands in mine. And I say, you have no idea how happy this makes me to know somebody in this realm truly cares.
I guess there are a few of us left. But as far as paladins go, there's not too many. And I drop her hands and continue walking.
Ariset, when this man lights up, when the gods return, you watch him. Watch him well. This man is going to be like a star on this land. Watch what he can do. It's going to be a sight to behold. And I just clasp Ariset on the shoulder and just enjoy this damn sunlight.
Yeah, and as you do, and you're all making your way, it's a good 2 leagues down from the top of the hill where you were. It's 7 miles. So you've been walking for a while and having these conversations, and finally, and actually about halfway there, you come upon the road that you've heard of, these trade roads that go from the swamp cities up to Asley, and you're starting to see merchants carrying goods both directions, and people are nodding at you as they see this group of adventurers coming down out of the hills, out of the forests, dressed in armor. Keon, you get more looks than most with your shining, magnificent armor. And
Yeah, so what's new?
and Rika,
I put
you
my
get,
cloak over it,
yeah. I was gonna say, and Rika, until you do that, you are also getting a lot of whoa, what is she? And they look at your red skin and red hair, and you're striking, but you pull that cloak low, and you kind of blend in on this road, and after a while, you come to and you can see the river is kind of roughly shadowing this main road down, and you finally come to a bridge and you cross over this delta, and you see the 50-foot walls of this ancient city. You can just see the age in the stone, all of the impact from countless battles. You can see tall turrets and buildings inside of those walls. On the ramparts, you can see small figures of people walking around. There are all kinds of people on the outside, taking a break before going into the city. It comes to a direct point here, right at the delta, where the river splits and flows around this island that holds the city. And literally the walls come to this sharp point and then continue kind of in this bowed fashion around, and you can see that everybody is just following this path. Seems to be going, the main entrance must be on the southern side, and people running up to you trying to hey, off the trail, do you need some food, do you need some mead, just pushing things at you, trying to sell.
No, thank you. No
got
need.
got some daggers, these are magical, they do all kind of thing, and just
I'll take a mug, I'll take a stein. What are you asking for it?
2 silver.
I'll throw him 2 silver.
Thank you. Ale, I've got ale, and he goes off and down the line trying to send more.
I'm gonna suck it down.
Nice. You start to see bards on wagons, and you can hear their music playing as they seem to be getting ready for going into this city. You see a bunch of, you see creatures of all kinds, and you see these laden carts going down with barrels and fresh produce, and then other things coming up, and you see creatures of the swamplands, all manner that you have seen down in there. skins of creatures, pelts piled up. Like looking in, you see barrels of claws and other interesting things that are being farmed down here in the swamp. Fungus and plants and all sorts of gear and goods. It takes you a while because this is a very large city, and you make your way around these bowed walls finally to the bottom, and you see there is it goes flat across, and there are huge stone gates that look like they are partially melted. The stone itself, like it dripped at one point, and they are non-functional. Instead, you see people are starting to form a queue, and there's little swamp gnomes running around, these green-haired, green-skinned, and they're like, carts over there, people over here, and just over there, move your cart, move your stupid cart, yes, thank you, carts that way, and just directing traffic, and you guys get directed with the rest of the people, and you see there is this contraption. It's about halfway up the wall, and it's about 60 feet wide, and you see that there's wood, these like wood pillars built into the stone and fastened in, and wondering what this thing is, ropes start to rotate, and this whole thing, just this massive shape, rotates in front of you and comes to a stop, so it's vertical, and people start funneling up this spiral staircase that has been lowered in front, and they take so many people. It's like getting into Disneyland, speaking of. You get so many people on this ride, and they empty out, and it goes horizontal again. As you move a little bit closer, you can see that the swamp gnomes are moving through. They're looking at people. There's some have scrolls, other have books, and they're just kind of looking at everybody. You see they stop at your party. Welcome to Mosul. What are you here for?
I'm visiting a friend. We're here to
Entertainment and leisure.
Drinks.
You just hide in the back and hope no one notices me.
Well, all of that can be found. Who are you here to see?
Oh, yes. A good friend of ours.
Tanston.
Yes, Tanston.
Tanston Lerser.
Oh, Lerser.
From here, Nick.
Lerser. Into books, are you? Okay, no problem.
Oh, indeed.
Well,
Quite the reader.
well, he's always trying to sell them. All right, move along, move along. And as you guys are shuffled up, you see there this huge platform lift up, and you look, and you see these cranes that are reaching over, that are a little bit further down the wall. And you see carts and horses and all this other kind of gear going up. Just this huge elevator, this platform elevator going up. And at the top, they're unloading the gear. Other stuff is put on, and it lowers. Like, if you go into the upper, go over there. People over here, and you get shunted to the front of the line. The thing rotates again. Go on up and up. Let's go. Let's go. And
Tanston is Tanston's where exactly?
Tanston who? Different.
Tanston Lerser.
Lerser. I don't know if I know. Do you guys know what Lerser? What does he do?
Well, into books.
Oh, market. Check the market. Bookstore. Move along.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
And you go up this wooden staircase, and about halfway up, you go around. What is this like huge? It's like the pin that this whole thing rotates around, and it's so cleverly constructed. You get to the top, and you exit on top of the ramparts, and you get your first look inside of this city. It's different. You've seen like heavy stone construction that's usually dwarven in make. This one, it's obviously stood the test of eons, and everything else in the swamp has sunk down into the mire, and yet this city looks like it has stood since the beginning of time, and it has a more kind of delicate feel. Not elven, it's different. It has almost like a kind of alien sort of aesthetic to it, but you see tons of battle damage, huge chunks of rock missing from some of the towers. You see more bits of stone that are completely melted and have re-solidified and mid-drip going down. There are 4 huge towers that compose the kind of middle of this town, and there are all of these little wooden walkways that have been constructed between all of them. Some have these little moving platforms on these ropes that move like little individual elevators, but they move sideways and diagonal. Down on the bottom, you see a bunch of different buildings. You see these cobblestone winding streets. From here, you can see the market, which looks like it's up onto the left-hand side. Beautiful like flowers and other goods being sold and other little storefronts and whatnot. By the way, at this point, it's getting to be like, I'd say probably like 5, 6 o'clock. The sun is starting to go down. You're seeing some of the twinkling lights. Caliban, the pain is starting to recede a little bit. It's still fairly bright for you, but you're watching the sky darken, which you've also never seen before. As you're all kind of being shunted along the top of this rampart down to a huge stone staircase that goes down, splits left to right, and people just seem to like know their way here, and nobody's really checking. There are a bunch of gnome guards, which are really cute because they're tiny, but they have these long pikes, and they're in armor, and they look really serious, and they just kind of like eye you like a...
So serious.
We represent the Lollipop Kids, the Lollipop Kids.
It's the Lollipop Guild. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Get it fucking right.
Yeah.
They see you kind of staring at like, what?
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 Looking for the
good?
marketplace, friend. Do you know where it is?
Keep going that way.
What are your recommendations on accommodations to stay the
Any place
night?
that will take you, move along.
Oh, very well then.
And you guys...
Kind of like little dogs, you know? They just... And we just
Come on,
walk
then.
off.
Let's go find him. Let's go find the library.
So where do we want? Do we want to establish accommodations first? Do we want to go to the library?
That's where we're staying.
We're staying at the library?
We're not staying at the library.
We were told to stay there.
Were we?
We were told we were told he would keep us there.
No, I understand. It's just...
Why not?
Do we still want to do it? Yes? Okay.
Of course.
All right.
I think I go to Seville and I say, Seville, I think we have a loose cannon in the name of Caliban. And really, before we go much further, we should figure out what he's about.
Well, you're not wrong. So perhaps we...
Caliban, I think this one you do hear. He's got also a pretty high passive perception, and because he didn't move away enough, like, he certainly picks up his name.
Hey, look, right now, I'm just hungry. I'm looking for a nice place to stay that's dry. We could talk there. I'm actually very, very tired. It's been a long trip, to be honest.
Long trip for all of us. Will you shut it?
She wants to be special, doesn't she?
Well,
You're the one that wants to be special. I'm the one that's saying that we're all in the same boat.
I don't know what boat you are. You assume I know who you are, what's going on.
I told you my name.
That mean nothing.
And I tug Seville and I say, see what I mean.
I go into Ariset's mind. Yeah, I really do.
So, shall we go to the tavern and maybe have a drink or a water?
Well, yeah. Rika, right? To the library? Let's go find out about this market and books and this, let's get our contact then.
Let's find the
Tungsten.
books.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So we'll go to the market, DM.
Yeah, and it's easy enough to find because you can see that the great majority of people, you know, who aren't or reuniting with their cargo, but the rest who are on foot, they've got stuff slung over their shoulder. Like the vast majority of the flow into this amusement park of a city is going kind of up that channel to the marketplace, and it's really quaint. As you approach, and you've passed a lot of buildings, and you see people are kind of darting inside, and then there are Mostly swamp gnomes here, but there's a fair amount of Gith you see moving through the city as well. You see elves, you see humans, you see, it's pretty diverse down here. The gnomes certainly seem like they are in charge.
Okay.
And go ahead.
I just want to know, as I'm walking through, I want to see if there are any symbols etched into buildings, on carts, anything sort of like thieves' cant that I can catch that are, thief guilds like I'm specifically looking for the Arkera or the Falir.
Okay, roll an investigation check for me as you're all making your way.
12.
Yeah, so you're not seeing anything yet, but you're on the lookout for any kind of marks, anything that will trigger in Thieves' Camp. But so far, strangely, you haven't seen anything.
All right.
You look at Hortzak, he's got a big smile on his face. Like, it's nice to kind of be in a, there's like a positive energy happening here. You can hear, bars. There are bars on the street as you're passing who you can see has a couple coins in an upturned hat. And within moments, you are entering the marketplace. And there's a combination of lots of individual stalls and everything from people sitting on the ground with a little, cloak open with, various items that they have for sale, to full carts of all kinds of goods, a lot of like fresh produce, meats, other ales. There's a few like little weapon kiosks, and then you see these more kind of gentrified stores. And they, from the most part, from what you see, they mostly look like they're operated by gnomes. A couple have a different race of owner. Somebody roll an investigation check to look for the bookstore.
Rika?
Yeah. I'm looking for my die. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. 10 plus...
Dean, while this is happening,
Yeah.
Could I just go to the nearest available bazaar that's selling like cloaks or fabrics and just buy like a thick cloak or fabric that's big enough that I could cover the entirety of my armor?
Yeah. Easily done.
As a gnome.
Well, they're all manner. Yeah, you see gnome stalls, but you also see like for larger folk, and you actually kind of pass over the human one. You like stop at a human one, but then you look over and there's a bugbear like at the next one over, and he's got cloaks, and they're really rough hewn, this kind of dark brown, but they look like the sizing, even though it's like a loose weave, it will definitely mostly cover. And like 5 silver for a very kind of rough, poorly made, but enough to cover you. And it's got one of those like really long hoods attached to it, so you pull it up, but it kind of goes down your back. Okay.
And I'll make a slit for the handle of my greatsword so it pokes through.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, you just tear it. It's just like, what is this made out of? It's some shit craftsmanship.
Right, and you look at the inside of who made it and what it is. It's like badass cloak.
Yeah.
the badass cloakery.
Right.
Okay.
Rolled
Rika,
an 11.
Rolled an 11. It takes you a bit of time because there's so much to see here, and everything looks so cool. And as the lights are going down, Caliban, you can finally remove the cloth. Your eyes are pretty neutral at this point now, because you're down into this walled city and the sun is setting. You can finally look about, and you all look in these storefronts, seeing the flickering lights and different armor and clothing and jewelry, and the smell of meat pies wafts over all of you as you pass and see in this open window all of these like stacked of these meat pies. Just smell fucking heavenly. And as you're all fixated, finally, Rika, you look over and you see there is a little storefront, and it's got kind of like bay window and a like little curved out window, and there's a sign that's like a carved open book. There's no words on it. It's just an open book, and it's all like in this dark green paint for just the storefront, and this soft flickering light inside the windows. You can see books are stacked up, almost kind of clouding your view as you're trying to look inside.
I think we're here. I think this is it. And I duck into the shop.
You hear ding, ding, ding. Little bell goes off as you open the door.
Hello?
Inside, it's smoky in here. This is like soft hanging cloud of this thick, fragrant smoke, and you hear, yeah, yeah, and you see this little emerging from this cloud is this swamp gnome, and he's got all of his hair like slicked back. And he looks like maybe he was napping, but he's smoking on this like a short, it's this weird kind of shaped short pipe, and he's, hey, welcome to the store. What can I get you guys?
Are you Tenson?
Yeah. Who are you? I don't think I've met an elf, such a pale elf. What are you?
What's an elf?
And he reaches out. What?
What's an elf? They're halflings.
Ignore him.
What is going on?
He's gone a bit nutty.
What is
He's
this
a
guy?
bit drunk.
Wait, what are you with the red? Okay, wow, you guys are so interesting.
No one.
Come in.
We were told you would help us.
By who?
We're friends with Dwarven Hipple Pipple.
Nipple. My cousin Nipple, you know Nipple. Dude, come in. Dude.
Oh, Nipple? Yeah.
Come in.
He said you could have us here to keep us here for a bit. Is that all right?
I mean, I know like people walk into my store and ask to stay with me, but if you know Nipple and you're all weird and interesting, yeah. Hold on a second. And he kind of pushes past you and he goes up and he locks the door, puts this like big piece of wood down and barring it. Come on. Yeah, I got some space in the back.
Thank you.
I got books too. If you like books, I got all the books.
Hey, what kind of books do you have?
What do
are
you
these?
want? What do you like?
Well, I mean, my father's has a small library and bookstore, but
Really?
I'm just noticed. Yeah, he does.
Is
But-
it like where? Like what city? Is it? I mean, not here because I know
it's-
him, but
Outside of Carthan,
whoa, kingdom shit. No, okay.
very kingdom shit. So, do you have some unkingdom shit
I mean,
on your
I think he's
shelves?
asking for porn. Are you looking for porn?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I, and he's like, I got some of that. I mean, if that's your thing, yeah, man.
I mean, you were looking for that, right?
Yeah.
but-
maybe a
but
little.
What are you looking for precisely?
Yeah, maybe a little tiefling erotica, but not really. What about
Tiefling erotica.
You
No,
know.
I don't have that.
no? Well,
What about Forgotten
everybody's got
Gods?
their
Guys,
things.
though.
I kind
No,
of
but
want
do you
that
have any-
now. Don't you guys want that? I kind of want that now. Tiefling erotica.
I mean, hey, maybe we could, have a few drinks and pen a story or something. But listen, do you have any?
I think you were gonna say pen story.
Oh my god.
Pen and something.
Better something.
What
Do you have
about
any-
Forgotten Gods?
this is where
Yeah.
we've reached, everyone.
Do you have any
This is the
Off the rails
level
we
like-
go.
we have hit.
contraband
happy.
books that the
Contraband?
kingdom would not like us to have?
I mean, what?
I've
they
got
don't-
coin.
They don't. Well, I mean, yeah, that's how you buy things. But like, what? I mean, what do you mean?
Oh, come on. You know how information isn't that widely dispersed, and I'm just asking
I mean,
if perhaps.
I sell books. People buy books. People sell me
Well,
their
what the hell
books.
do you have? Books on? What do you have? Tourist guide books? What books? How many? You got a lot of books here. What are they on?
I mean, everything. I've got books of stories. I got books of ancient tales of heroes battling
Anything on-
monsters.
Anything on Fernouge?
Yeah. Why are you asking? I mean, that's some dark shit. But yeah, I got some of that.
Hey, don't kink shame. Let him get what he's gonna get.
I mean, that's a good point. That's you're right. If that gets you off, that's fine. I mean, that's kind of my.
Thank you, Korriban. Thank you very much. I'm just, I've heard whispers of.
Thank you, Sith.
Thank you, Sith. Oh, did I just say Korriban?
Yeah, you said.
Yes, you did.
My gosh.
Ancient planet of Korriban.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Right, wrong universe, dude. Yeah, wrong universe.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know where I'm from, so there you go. Star Wars. Okay.
All right, look, this is a lot of talk.
Yeah.
And first, let's come back here. Let's have a drink. I want to hear about how you know Nipple, because not a lot of people do.
Yeah. Hop and Nipple, pretty nice. Pretty nice character there.
How stiff a drink you got? Real stiff? I mean, like.
Yeah.
I mean,
He doesn't get to drink.
Hey, who is it? He doesn't speak for me. I've had
actually
a long
do.
road. I have a very long road. I need something to
Now,
back me around.
This is, I mean, can you tell this place is like, this is my sanctuary, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want conflict. So if you got problems, you can go back outside.
There's no problems.
And then fix
No
the problems, and then you can come back in.
You have problems? Do we have problems? I don't think we got problems. Good.
I mean, why can't he drink? Is he one of those, like, do you have a problem? Do you drink too much?
I don't know this man that well. He's assuming things for me. I'd like to say I am a quite seasoned drinker. I'm a fine hand of cards, a great conversationalist.
Oh, cards.
If you
Wouldn't go
Come on,
that
come on. He
far.
puts an arm around you and starts leading you back.
Well, we talk cards? We talk gambling here?
Let's go. Oh,
Hey,
Seppi, my halfling friend, elf friend, whatever you are you down for a round of cards?
are you kidding me?
And he leads you through the back.
It's the
and he
best way to get to know someone.
As you're having that conversation, he opens up the door, and in the back is this, like, salon, is the best word for it. It's like low furniture. It is mostly kind of gnomish size, but because they're very wide and kind of stretched out, like, you guys can quasi comfortably kind of sink down into it. It's like a red velvet, dark wood. You see there's like a coffee table kind of thing in the middle. Coffee table, I don't know what they would call it back then. There's a round wood table in the middle, surrounded by these lounge furniture. And on the table are like a pile of this, like, kind of grayish brown leaves. And you see another pipe there. Hey, everybody, come on in, sit down. I've got ale. I've got
Yes.
Yeah, I've got some other stuff if you want something a bit harder, but now I'm kind of curious to see what happens.
Always.
Like, I want to see some stuff with you. Like, you're gonna do some weird shit, aren't you?
Look,
I kind of stay behind. Instead of going in there, I try to inconspicuously look at the shelves, looking for any books on heroes.
Oh yeah, roll an investigation check. And actually, And at this point, you've kind of passed the counter. You see there's like a nice, like, carved wood counter. And there's a bit of a display case behind the counter. And you pass all kinds of books that are in different stages. Some are, like, beautifully covered, but for the most part, they're, like, quasi-ragged, except for these books behind the counter. They're all bound in beautiful leathers of different colors. Some have silver leaf, some have gold leaf. Stamped things on the edges, different languages. What'd you get?
I got a 13.
13. So you're looking over the titles. It's kind of hard to tell what would be a book of heroes, judging by the languages that you know. But there's one that catches your eye. It's red leather, and it's silver leaf. Some kind of strange language on the outside. Of all of them, it looks the coolest.
I don't recognize the language.
Hold on, I was trying to see your languages. Let me see.
Common, Druidic, Infernal, Primordial, and Sylvan.
Well, hey.
Yes, you do actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm synclingual.
Nice.
Pentalingual.
Yeah, this is actually Sylvan.
Oh. What does it say?
It is
Really fairy tale.
Yeah, it is the story of Sitari. That's all it says on the outside. Story of Sitari.
Okay. I take the book and I hide it in my cloak. Quite
Okay.
like subtly.
Okay. I mean, you're in the different room. You don't have to roll for that. You just pocket the book. You move in, and he sits down. He's like, "Come on. Oh, sorry, drinks." And he pops back up again, and he goes over to the corner, and you can see he's got several kegs there. There are also several cabinets there. Yeah, I know, right? I know. I like to have people over. We have drinks. We have some smoke, and it's a nice time. Ale. Who wanted ale?
Oh, right here. No question.
Okay.
I'll take a bit.
Do I feel safe?
I'll
Roll an insight check.
I'll also go into Keon's mind. Oh, jeez, dude.
I'm not fucking safe. I'm leaving the armor on.
I mean,
So
you know
I
what?
go in. Yeah.
Keon, I'd say. I think you do feel safe. It's like this gnome. He doesn't have any armor. It doesn't seem like he's got any magic. You're in a bookstore. He's clearly like smoking something. You know, he seems pretty chill. Like, I think it's so chill that your guard, you don't know what to do. Like, it's, you know, like you're like, I'm too comfortable. Something's wrong. So you're not really feeling like you're not sure what to do. Basically.
I go into Keon's mind and I say, listen, let the man drink. There's no greater truth serum than the alcohol. So if something's wrong with him, let it just come out and we can deal with it then. He won't be able to hide it. Hey, so when are we getting a card game and some dice going here? And I'll definitely take an ale, friend.
I'll have one as well. Thank you.
What kind of cards are playing?
So welcome. Now this is some special stuff. My friend brews it. He's a Gith, and they have a special way with spices that they put into the ale. So you're never gonna taste anything like this. I'm so addicted to this. Hold on, and
Be heavy. Be heavy.
He starts handing it out, and it's as you see him pour it, it comes out like almost black. It's so dark. This beer, this ale, and you're like ready for like the most bitter, terrible tasting kind of ale. The moment it touches your lips, it has such a lightness to it. It's almost slightly fruity and finishes with this really nice spice that sits on your tongue for just a few seconds before dissipating into this kind of pleasant warmth. It is
Like a
exceptional.
lambac. A Gith
I'm
lambac.
thinking of like a Shingu. Have you ever had the beer Shingu? It's from Brazil.
No.
It's like, this is exactly what this is.
Oh, no, I have not.
You gotta try
but
it.
Stout?
now I want to.
X-I-N-G.
I down mine and I ask for another.
That's my girl. All right.
Same here, please. Please.
All right,
please,
Redskin, hold on.
Thank you.
Here you
Open
go. What is your
tab,
name?
I
I need
suppose.
your name. Name for an ale. You, the
Caliban.
Redskin. No, not you.
No,
I'm not
ignore
on
her.
you yet.
Me first.
Hey, you.
Rika.
Hot sauce.
Rika, that's a cool name. Here, hey, relax. You don't have to hide. Take that hood down, sit and relax. All right. Okay, you. Whoa. I just noticed your skin is so cool. Can I? Is it rude if I touch? Can I touch it?
It's very odd. Like, why would you want to? Like,
'Cause I
is this
never-
your thing?
I've never seen somebody like you. What are you? What are you? What do they call you?
My name's Caliban.
Your name's Caliban. Are
Yeah.
you a Caliban, or are you a Caliban of something?
Oh no, I'm like a Linu. If that means anything to you.
Lino. No, man, I've never heard of that. That's so cool.
Don't worry about it.
But he's like, kind of like, he wants to, but he's like, Okay. No, I get that.
I mean, I don't know you. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It feels like we'll get there. We'll get there.
I like. I mean, I like information. So it's a cool. But hey, you're my place.
Do you like touching people?
I mean, that sounds.
When they're
Not offer him a foot massage.
when it's consensual.
That sounds like a loaded question.
I mean, I'm wondering if you enjoy touching people
I'll
when
be honest,
it's
I'm a
consensual.
little afraid. I'm afraid to answer now.
I am intrigued. Please, go on.
It's fine. I was just wondering.
Wait, okay, wait, no, hold on. You glowing one. Do you want a drink?
Me?
No, this one's touch or not touch. I don't know what's going on with her, but
No, I like touch.
oh, you like touch? Are you like? I mean, I'm used to it. I mean, come on, it's the hair. I know it's the hair. So, I mean, I am technically available. Is that kind of what's happening? Is that?
Okay, yes.
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. I was wondering if you like to touch.
I mean, we
feet.
can.
Oh, well, hey, look,
whoa, okay. That is so not where I was going with that. We start with the feet. And then we...
No.
All right, then.
I'm a little confused.
Look, let him go.
It sounds like...
You have more ale.
It sounds like we need more ale. Yeah, you know what? Let's put a pin in this, and then we'll come back to it, and then we'll talk about touching.
Relax. Everybody just be cool, man. Be cool.
Yeah, like, yeah, thank you.
Right.
And he takes another, and the little cloud starts dissipating from his pipe in his mouth.
Let's get a game going, folks. Let's get a game going. Let's play some cards, dice.
Hands out, drinks to the rest of you, and he sits down. Okay, now, I got a lot of people in here. You guys are the coolest I've ever seen. What is your deal? Are you guys all together? Do you guys, I mean, you're adventurers, right? Come on, tell me you're adventurers.
We don't know what's up with that one.
Don't tell
over
me
there.
you're merchants, man. Just lie.
No, we're not. We're actually travel loggers.
Some of us are, but then there's the one over there that we don't know what's up with him.
I'm a glorified museum keeper.
No,
That's
exciting.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean, that could be cool. That could be cool. I mean, I'm kind of keeping the museum of books that I try to sell, but very few people want to buy books. But
do you know how I spend most of my time at my former work?
Curating.
Oh, hell no. Playing cards and drinking. Now,
my
what kind of game
friend,
we playing?
Caliban?
Yes.
Caliban, my friend, you have come to the right place. I'm
thank
so
you.
excited. Okay, we know your story now. We're gonna play cards. You get those cards ready. I love games. It's so fun. The rest of you.
Yeah.
Okay, we either go to. Okay, we got Silent Guy here in the. You don't seem like what's his deal? He's okay. Have you tried?
He's a quiet gentleman. He's a quiet gentleman.
I'm usually quiet. I mean, I can be quiet.
Yeah.
Are you?
So as we're talking, I'm just looking over the crowd, checking out entrances, exits, and people there to see if I can notice anything that might be off-putting or something to pay attention.
Actually, thank you for the reminder. I meant to change this because you're hearing the outside still, which you can no longer hear.
But we're in a sacred place right now.
Yeah, you guys are.
Hey, hi, man.
Yeah, so no, there's
so
like
good.
you're in the
so
back.
good.
You're in this back room. It's like there's a fire. There's a fire going. This fireplace flickering off to the side. Just soft
Of course
light.
there is. Yes, come on.
It's warm in here. Dark wood floors. Big throw rug. And looks like it might be dark blue or something. It's hard to tell with the kind of low light. And then this red velvet seats. There's another door. There's the door you came through that's behind you, and there's another door ahead that is closed. Other than that, you can't see anybody. So
Just us?
Yeah, it's just you guys. You're in the back room of this shop.
You know what? Sorry, the music. I thought.
I know. Sorry, I
there was
forgot.
a lot of.
Sometimes I forget.
never
I got
mind.
that. I just tuned. I tuned it out.
All right. So I just wanted to notice entrances, exits, and the general layout and stuff like that. Okay, good. So, well, you know, let's throw some cards, dice, whatever we want, and tell us about Mosul. What's there to look at here?
Mosul is. Man, I came to this city. God, like, must have been years or so after the departing, and I mean, every gnome knows about it, right? I mean, we don't control a lot of major cities, and I heard it was a cool place, and I came and checked it out, and everybody was so nice, and you get so much cool people coming through here, and people going down into the swamps and coming out of the swamps, and
Sure.
you know, I've been to the kingdom. I found it a bit, I don't know, dry up there. No, I mean, no offense, but people just don't have much fun. I didn't get very
different
far.
place, you
I
know.
was just, I was at Asley, but yeah. And so I've been here ever since, and I love it, man. I just selling my books, having fun, you know.
What's the underground scene look like? Do you have much infiltration from those, you know, the Four Sisters there?
You know, it's not like there's an underground here because the laws are pretty lax in general. You
Sure.
know, no stealing, no killing. But
That's lax.
it's pretty lax,
All right.
I think. You know, people just, I don't know. I mean, they're here for sure. They're all over.
Sure.
They come, they resupply. I don't really pay too much of attention to that. You know, I figure you put your nose in dangerous places, you get chopped off.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it's here. It's here. Not so much in this part of town.
All right.
The opposite side, if you wanna look for some, if you're looking for trouble, that's a good place. There are some taverns over there. A lot of people of that sort you can find.
Good.
Yeah.
Plenty of trouble this few hours ago. Hey, what kind of books you like? What do you read? What's your poison, I guess?
It's such a cool question. I mean, everything, right? Everything. Every book is so special. Even bad books, you can find good stuff in them. So, but my favorites, I love stories, right? These stories of people who start small and face these enormous odds, you know, and man, just like how do they do that and fight stuff and save us all? I mean, it's just, yeah. I've got this one. Oh, okay, before you leave, I gotta show you this book. The story of Satari. It's my favorite. I've read it so many times. I'll get it before you go. Remind me. It's
Cool. Yeah. No, Satari, you said, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Satari. I'll make a note.
yeah. That one. I read probably. I mean, every fortnight or no. I mean, I look at it every fortnight. I don't read it every fortnight, you know. But I like it. It's good. But I've got that. I've got books on. I've got books on animals. I've got books on the swamps. I've got.
You
books.
don't have to happen to have books on strange crystals or. Yes.
Yeah, I've got some stuff for some people who went down into the deep and managed to get back out. I've got some crystal books.
Cool.
What do you want to know about crystals?
A lot of things, really. I'm just so fascinated by it. I mean, it's so intriguing, right? Tungsten, right?
Yeah, it's close enough. And as he's leaning forward again, he's like, "Whoa, look at your eyes."
Hey,
I'm not touching, but can you? Oh, they move.
Caliban. Crystals. Crystals.
Sorry.
Tell me about these crystals.
I was down there and I found something. Something that might have a few answers for me. And then Caliban reaches into his pack and pulls out the pulsing crystal that he found a few months ago. I don't know. There's just something about this. I'd like to know more.
Wait.
It's intriguing to me. And yeah.
May I? Can I hold it?
I look at him, decide if I can trust him. Take a drink first, real quick.
Oh, fine.
Is the resonance of this pulse familiar, DM?
I would say
I'll give it
is-
back. I just would love to.
This is very, very unusual, Kian. And describe the color of this crystal.
It pulses between a strange radiant green and then purple and then pink and then a light blue and then black and then a light white clear color, then back to like a green, and it just goes through so many phases, but it's strongest when it's this thick green sickly color.
Do you mind? I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
here.
give it back to you. No problem.
Where did you find this? Where did you find this?
In the deep.
I'm just gonna take a hold of it, and do I sense anything mentally, DM? Any psychic connectivity?
Roll a. Oh gosh, what should I have you roll for this? I'm gonna say
roll an awesome check.
Yeah, just roll an investigation check for me.
12.
You definitely sense a mental, not presence, but there's a power here. But in a way that feels like if you're the north side of a magnet, this thing is the south side of your kind of mental ability. You feel as you kind of move closer that it's both very similar and very different from the thing that you use, your powers of psionics.
Thank you.
You're looking for this,
it's like a
Caliban.
different polarity, yeah.
Did you look for this in the deep, or did you find it by accident?
Pure fucking accident. I wasn't looking. It was kind of just there, and it was calling to me.
Tenson, do you have any books on crystals of the deep?
Yeah, like I just said, yeah, I do, man. I do.
You do?
Get them. Could you please?
Caliban.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll get the.
As all this is happening,
I'll get the other book
I stand up and I say, I've got to use the washroom. And I look inquisitively.
Yeah, I mean, you can go through that door. And by washroom, you mean the pot of water and the empty pot? I got right through
the
there.
place to empty my bowels.
Yeah,
yes.
chamber pot, right through there. Yeah.
That thing is.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, go ahead.
Hope you don't do that in the bath.
Wait, what? Hold on.
I just ignore them and I run to where he's been saying, and I take out the book and I start flipping through it, looking for anything about Hika the Magnificent.
Oh.
Spectacular. Not magnificent. I don't know his name. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, you roll an
Fine.
investigation check as you watch. He jumps to his feet and this little guy kind of scurries out of the room.
Oh. Well, I got a 1, so I'm guessing it's not much more with my modifier. Let's find out.
I mean, yeah,
Drop it in the pot.
you're one of those, when you're so panicked to do something in such a quick amount of time that you basically don't do anything. I mean, you're like flipping pages, but your eyes are like,
I'm not even absorbing what I'm looking
I
at.
take it all in, but you take nothing in. Yeah, and you hear his little feet like, poop, 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 and he comes out. He's like, whoa, that's really weird. Where did I mean, it's my favorite book. It's not in its spot. Where did I put it? He comes by and
You need help?
He like no, I'm sure I got it. Maybe I put it back in the back. And he puts a book down in front of you, and he keeps going and following you. Rika, a moment later, you see the door open, and
To where I am?
yeah, he's like, no, sorry, no, I'm going to my room, and he kind of walks past you.
Oh my god.
And I just start making fart noises really loud. He doesn't look at me.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm all right. And he's like, yep. Yeah. And he's like,
I had something that didn't agree with me.
I don't need the information. It's cool. You know what? Roll a deception check, because I mean, come on.
I rolled a 10. Let me see what my modifier is.
Oh, you're in trouble, girl. You're in trouble.
Deception.
Oh, well, it's a nothing, so I rolled a 10.
Yeah, I think with his fingers in his ear, and he's trying not to. He's like, yeah. He opens the door. He opens the door, and he's like, damn it, where did I put that book? He comes back out, and and he's going by, and he's like, he kind of looks at you, and he sees the book is in your lap. It's like, oh, yeah. Maybe I must have been reading it by the. You go ahead.
Just found this.
Yeah, bring it out when you come out.
Let me finish up first.
Yep. Okay, cool. I'm just glad it's here. And he goes back and shuts the door.
Is everything okay back there? Are you guys good?
Yeah, dude.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
She's fine.
We could really use Faruka right now.
I need another moment. And again, I look through it, looking to see if I can find anything about Hika the Spectacular.
Yeah, you do. You flip through. I mean, you look, but no, you don't find anything.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I actually used the chamber pot at this point because it's been a while.
Okay.
And then I finish up and I return to everybody.
Awesome.
You're a druid.
What?
Nature's toilet, the forest.
Yeah, but we've been in the city for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you guys. Yeah.
That's true. We haven't actually had any poo breaks. Like, I guess we should build those in.
When in Rome, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Roll a constitution check.
when you guys need to. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, do you
Go
poo
hold
in
it in.
chamber pots?
Yes, that's what.
Yeah.
That's why it's in the chamber.
I thought they're just for pee.
I think
No,
they're for everything.
All of
Whatever you
it?
got.
It's like a flushing toilet.
Yeah.
No, I know. I just I didn't
No
know
one-
if you would go to an outhouse to poo, but then you pee in a chamber
Not in
pot.
the city.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good point.
And then
You just
throw
do it all,
out
and then you
the
dump it
window.
on the street.
Exactly. Get that real city sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
And wonder
and-
why there's dysentery. That's
Hey,
kind of how it
Caliban.
was.
to the bathroom.
Caliban, I forgot to do this. You started to drink, right? Can you roll another
Yep.
d4 for me, please?
Here we go.
3.
3. As you're drinking, those that pay attention, and I think Kian, regardless of your passive perception, you're watching him. I know. You see his.
I am too.
His skin
I am not watching him.
slowly starts to kind of undulate and wave.
Oh my gosh.
And he's just drinking, and it's just you can. And from what you can see, you can't see a lot, but it looks like his skin becomes almost like waves. I mean, it doesn't break, but it just kind of flows on its own pattern. As he takes a sip, it's and as it dissipates, it calms. He takes another sip, and his skin just seems to be kind of moving unnaturally.
So good.
Moving anacrally.
Wah, wah.
Oh, we got people to
Kian
say
looks
that.
murderous.
Okay.
Sounds like, whoa.
So Tansen sits
And
down.
I've noticed this, DM.
Yeah.
DM, I noticed it too, right? Because I've been watching him like a
Oh
hawk.
yeah. If you're watching him, then you. Yeah,
And do I
you-
notice Kian? Do I notice Kian's reaction?
Kian is just. I mean, what are you doing, Kian? You're just staring at him.
I'm just looking if I'm basically holding an action to cut his head off. If the bullshit extends
Right.
past about a foot radius around him.
Yeah.
Hey, Caliban.
Yeah. What?
This crystal is so fascinating.
Yeah.
If we end up maybe spending the night here or something, is, would it be possible if I just sit with it for a couple hours? I mean, here, and I slide it across to him. I just want to kind of sit with it, and I feel something from it.
I mean, if you want to sit right now and not play cards, that's fine. I'll drink and you can sit. That's fine. I'm happy. I would like to...
No, I'd love to play cards with you, man. I'd love to play cards. I mean, you know, just when we tune down for the night or something like that, just to get a sense and a feel for it. I may or may not have a affinity for certain crystals, and wow, yours is just... I haven't seen anything like it before.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has.
Well, just, you know, if you feel comfortable in something. But anyways, cards, man, cards. And why don't we play a hand and you tell me about yourself. I'll tell you about myself. And oh, of course, I'll start. You deal. I'll tell you about myself. So, my name is Seville Ranta.
Ranta?
Yeah, Ranta. I come, obviously, the surface world, because now we have such a differentiation between the two of us. So the surface world.
That's a little condescending, but like, yes, surface. I understand. I'm not a strange foreigner that never heard of surface before.
But you've never been up here. So I live here and you live below, correct?
Yes, sorry. It's been a tense couple months.
Well, I understand that. For me as well. I'm
just going to interject really quickly to say that that Tenson went over to the wall, and there's like, it looks like kind of like a wooden cabinet or window, and he opens it up, and you can see through. It's like a really thick kind of block that opens that's on a hinge, and you can see like soft light and this music, and like the low murmur of people talking. There's a tavern kind of next door. And he opens it up to get the music. And so you hear the bard's music come through. And then he goes back and he grabs his tankard and his smoke. And he's just watching.
Yeah, I like it, friend. I like it.
Yeah. Tungsten, you in? Game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my friend. Yeah.
No one minds if I light up, do they?
Oh, please.
Oh, are you kidding?
Right.
No, and you can try this on the table. This is the best. This is a special plant from the swamp. It just calms you, and I mean, you just try it. I mean, it's totally safe.
Do you need to roll it up or anything?
I mean, I put it in my pipe.
Pack it in? I'll pack it in here.
Pack it in.
I'll use a little prestidigitation on the old fingers and...
Are you a wizard?
I didn't like that, Canston.
Wizard.
A wizard? I've never been accused of such, and I look at Erisette. No. My first spell, well, Erisette will know, I consulted her. She talked about feelings over the mind, and that's how I kind of learned to get some of my budding magic going. So thank you, lass. Thanks, Wild Sauce, for that. Yes, it's in the feeling of it. So anyways.
Feelings are nice. Puff,
very clean.
Puff, pass. Puff, puff, pass. Here's your cards. I pass everyone 5 sets of cards. Who wants to play? Hey, he looks like Keon. Hey, dwarf.
Human.
Dwarf. What's a human?
Him.
Him? He's a him?
Yeah.
I thought he's a human.
He's a human.
What's
I'm
a
an
human?
elf.
You sure you're not a halfling? Description says halfling.
Sorry, I just needed that. That was making me laugh too much.
Winky, rein it in, Winky. Come on. This is professional.
Serious. Come on.
Don't break character.
Deep in darkness.
Fuck. All right, back to one. Back to one. Forget it.
He's a human.
Welcome to another episode of the. No, just kidding. Sorry.
I'm an elf. This pale one, she's an elf, and this one with the fire skin there is a fire genasi. This one's a gnome, and
I know a gnome. Gnomes are obvious.
Well, then a halfling is only a little bit taller than a gnome, if you get me drift.
About your height, or like what are we talking about?
No, about 6 feet, brother. This
for
one's a
halfling,
little
right?
one. No, a half. Sure, I'm a halfling. Yes.
Okay.
Deal the cards. Deal the cards.
I knew it.
I mean, I don't really understand what's happening, but it's really fun.
No one does.
This
Just
guy,
pick up your cards.
This crocodile dude is really quiet. What's his deal?
He has big teeth. Real big teeth.
I think he's actually sleeping.
Is he?
Probably. He's been through a lot. He just
He's poking his snout. What? I'm good. Yep. Go away.
he's in his restorative phase. So, all right, cards dealt. So, I'm Seville Ranta from Carthan.
What's that?
Well, it's a city in the kingdom, and it's out west-ish, I think.
Do I know what west is? But I don't know what the sun is.
No, you don't know what the sun is, so it doesn't
You've
matter.
never heard
It's
of
just-
that. You never heard of those
It's
directions.
on the
Fantastic.
surface. It's on the surface, and it's well, that way yonder. So
That way.
yeah, sure.
Descriptive. Cool.
Were you,
And you?
born below?
Yes, I was born below in a nice cradle made of rocks and fungus and many other things. Are you drinking? Is everyone drinking? It makes me uncomfortable when people aren't drinking.
Everybody's drinking, man, and I'm
I've
having a
been
bit of a
drinking this
smoke
whole
here.
time, except when I was
Perfect.
Yeah.
in the loo.
I am not drinking.
He makes me nervous. Is he okay?
You make me nervous.
Speaking of which, may I have another?
Is it his skin doing that thing? Is that what makes you nervous?
Yes, you should have seen what it did before.
What
Whose
did you
skin was
what did
doing
you
what
do
thing?
before?
What's
Something
what before?
extremely demonic.
What?
What'd your skin do?
Are you
My
a
skin
demon?
is my.
He's harmless.
I have an
A
idea.
demon? I'm not a demon. What the hell are you talking
Oh,
about?
I've never met a demon before. This is the best day ever. Okay, all right. I know I need consent to touch, but I really.
Hey,
and
don't
he's like,
touch. No. Wait.
He's like,
TM. The minute
Yes.
I hear Kian say that, I realize that I can cast primeval awareness.
Oh.
Oh
See if I
shit!
sense anything in Caliban.
Oh, you're in trouble, Caliban.
okay. Yeah.
You've been
you-
saying that a lot, Winky, but no one's been in trouble yet. I don't know.
Tell me, let's see your class. I'm trying to see exactly what. Well, if you haven't pulled up, tell me exactly what it detects. I think it's.
It tests for aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals,
fiends.
fae, fiends, or undead within a mile, or within up to 6 miles if I'm in my favorite terrain. I don't know if I'm still in my favorite terrain though, so I don't know.
So you kind of sit back at hearing this, and once again, kind
interested.
of reach out with your powers. Kind of ignoring the reach of this spell and really just focusing it as much as you can on Caliban as you study him. The energy that is present in him confuses you. It's at first it feels like an aberration. It kind of lights up there, but then goes away, and there's nothing.
Oh.
And then pulses a little bit weaker. Only seems to kind of tick in that box. And now that he's holding these cards, you don't get any of that. There's nothing lit up for you, and you've detected aberrations before, and they felt different. This definitely felt unique to you, but you can. I don't know if anybody else actually. You haven't said anything, so. How are you reacting to this, Ariset?
What the fuck?
I go to Kian. I say to him quietly, give him some time, Kian. There may be more to him, but it may not all be as demonic or bad as you might fear. I tried to scan him, and
You can sense him.
normally I can sense bad things, and he's not necessarily bad, but there's certainly potentially something going on, but don't know that it's demonic, so.
And you're all sitting around a table.
Are we at the sitting at the table?
Yeah, so Caliban, you hear this as she's like, hey, about this dude sitting on the other
I'm just
side
like
of the
looking.
table. Yeah.
I'm looking straight at him while she's saying this to me.
Yeah, as Keon, your hand tightens a little bit around the hilt of your sword.
Caliban.
Caliban, you definitely.
Caliban.
I think everybody hears that.
And as I realize that everybody's listening, I say, look, I'm sorry, I'm a very transparent person. And
He is.
Okay.
I already said I'm not a demon. I'm not a
accept
demon.
that.
well, a demon would definitely say, I'm not a demon if a demon was trying to hide.
She's right. I've got books. They lie all the time. Lie, deception.
Look, I may not be like
This is so amazing.
like the sweetest of people. I'll be honest, I'm not the sweetest of people, but I am not a demon. I'll just go with that. How's that? I have nothing more to say. I've said my piece.
I mean, you guys
All right.
might be being too rough. And he like moves close to you, puts his arm around you, and he's like, and you feel his fingers like poking you on the other side. He's like, oh, I mean, I was just, yeah. Come on, let me.
Just my feet. My feet. I'm willing and really willing to be touched.
I am
You're
okay.
not as interesting. I've seen elves before, although I will say you're shinier elf than I've seen before.
My feet are shiny. Also, they're very shiny. They're the same color as the rest of me.
All right, Arisa, all right.
Real quick, Seville.
Guy.
You call? Are you calling? I'm still in this game. I need some normalcy just for the.
All right.
All right. Give me
All right,
your
look.
last name. Give me your last name and I'll call.
Karizaken.
Korizaken.
Karizaken.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy gets more interesting. Listen, I think
Wait,
you.
Caliban
real ring to it.
Korizaken.
Caliban de Karizakan.
It rhymes.
All right.
I tell you what.
It has like a total ring to it.
I like that a lot. Yeah, I call. I
Thank you.
call.
I call as well. I don't even know what the bet is, but it's fine. I call. But listen, I think you guys should meet Billner.
Who?
Oh,
Who's
this is your first time? Billner
Yeah.
Tinkerrock is the head of the city. I think he's got to meet you all. He's great. He's great, and he knows
Why?
He knows a lot of stuff. Because I feel like I've heard him talk about meeting with adventurers who seem to be a higher level. And I mean, I'm just taking a guess here. You guys really are just. I've never been so intrigued before. I'm gonna make that happen. We'll meet him in the morning.
All right. That's
Okay?
great.
All right.
Just a question, Tansen. Do you know any wizardly folk here? And
Yeah.
all right, good. Do you know the distance here to Vorden,
Orden.
the city of coin? Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
city
know
of
it.
coin.
I know it. I've never been there, but that's like halfway up the continent.
Yeah, I know.
It's far. I mean, I don't know how many leagues that would be, but that's
Wait,
far.
we're in Mosul?
Yeah, Mosul.
All
Wait,
right.
did you like
All right.
just appear here? You don't know where you are? What's the?
No, I'm just
See,
trying to
more
get me.
interesting. This is so cool.
Trying to get my geography going here, but yeah,
You guys
kind
need
of
a
just
map.
appeared here out of the swamp. Oh, you have a map?
You have maps?
I don't have
You got
maps, but
maps?
there's a cartographer here.
Really?
Hey, go to his store.
Well, it's not like maps grow on trees. That's pretty.
I mean,
Uh,
no. I mean, what? Do they grow on trees? What?
Well, it means like
tree?
leaves.
No,
There's
people-
a lot of leaves on trees, and
Right?
you
No,
know,
we don't.
I'm a
I don't
little.
even think you make them out of leaves. You gotta make
It's a
the
figure of
paper.
speech.
It's a yes. Thank you, Keon. Thank you. It's a figure of speech. Do you have figures of speech in this town?
I mean,
Apparently not.
not that.
No, I
one.
guess not.
All right.
Well,
all right,
you have
easy.
maps. You have.
Yeah, I
Look,
said we got
no,
maps. I mean, I don't,
all
but
right,
yeah. You can
Well,
buy
what
maps.
area? This area? Do I mean what has been
I mean,
charted?
I don't know. I don't keep stock of what the other people. I mean, man, you're really kind of harshing.
Oh, sorry.
This
sorry.
is the shittiest game of cards I've
Yeah,
ever
I thought
played.
this was fun, and we were all like friends.
I
and-
was just got a bit excited. Maps.
Well, I
don't-
thought you.
know,
I mean, next, am I gonna find a sword in my stomach? What are you? I mean,
I
what's
just
the
asked
story?
about. I just asked about maps.
I
was
talk
excited.
about bringing you to meet Billner, and you're gonna stab me with your sword now.
No, he won't. No, really,
no.
he's just
Seville,
overexcited.
why?
Really.
So
he's
I'm not stabbing. There's hearsay. That's hearsay. I haven't taken up me sard yet. You're smoking too much of your own shite.
Never.
Coming to conclusions that are a bit spacey around your bread pan.
Hey, Tunston, can you get me one of those ales? I think I'd like to try one.
Yeah, I think I need
Oh,
some
now
more.
you're drinking. Okay, cool.
I'll take another one while you're at it.
Wait, Keon, you're having an ale?
All right. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it passes around another round. Faruka.
And I'm gonna.
Faruka. I knew I was
This
gonna
one
do
had
that.
like 4.
I knew I was gonna do that. Caliban, roll another D4 for me.
Or a band.
Another 3.
Yeah. So just the same thing. Every sip, just like skin's like.
All right.
That's good. That's good.
I get it.
I'm gonna
Take it
get
avail.
up. I'm gonna fold my next hand that Caliban is dealing. I'm gonna kind of get up and I'm gonna look through that little the little looky-loo that
Yeah. It's like a 1 foot square.
that Tansen. Yeah, I'm just gonna look through and see what I see.
Yeah, you see a tavern. Kind of, it's pretty nice. Not a lot of people in there, but a few people sitting kind of quietly having drinks. The bard is just playing in the corner. From your vantage point, you can see the bar, but you can't really like see who's behind it. Just a
All right.
nice firelight.
Hey, Rika,
What?
you're gonna want to see this. Come over here.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the tavern
I
next door.
take my drink and I come over.
And I look and I said, hey, I didn't really get to say much to you after the event in Fernuge's chamber there. That wasn't me that struck you down. I think you saw something take me over, and I don't even remember if I said anything to you, but I'm sorry. I couldn't stop that presence in me, and well, anyways, listen, we should get some healing potions because we shouldn't have to drain your abilities to take care of us all like you've been doing. So maybe we can all get some healing potions, just to help spare some of your abilities is what I'm saying.
I should have been able to.
What? Stop it? I wish I could. Trust me.
I should have.
Oh,
I had it in me and I couldn't do it.
well, listen. I mean, if it means anything, I have a high regard for myself, and I couldn't do it either. And I should have. I don't know what's in this ale or this pipe, but there's a lot of things we should have do and can do and can't do and cannot do, and sometimes we just have to do our best, and if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. But anyways, I am just glad we found you is all, and I hope you're feeling more and more comfortable. I know we had that conversation in the boat. It was me, but you saw sort of the disguise that I had on Sava Utiel, the woman, the elf woman. So, and I thought we were, talking and getting along, and well, I meant it. If there's anything, I could do or you want to say, or we can make you feel more comfortable in this party of ours here, because it seems like you're with us. So, anything. You got a friend here in Seville. So
Thank you. Just don't ask me about my past.
I won't at all. Not at all. But if, we all heard when we freed that hag, and I won't pry, I promise. But if you do need to talk or share,
I don't want to talk.
I get it. Understood. Anyways, what an adventure we find ourselves on, eh? Just traveling and fighting and drinking and meeting and.
Speaking of which,
Yes, of course, yeah.
have some
We've
more,
got it.
shall we?
We shall. So look at that, a tavern next door. So, anyways,
as you guys come
cheers,
back.
everyone. Cheers. when we
Cheers,
come
yeah.
back.
Oh, I can't wait for
Sloucha.
Bill. Billner's gonna love you guys. He's he's obsessed with The Departing, and he keeps talking about these necromancers. Oh man, I tell you, he's gonna love you guys.
Make me
Yeah, in the
eye
morning.
contact
in the
with
morning,
everyone.
right now.
What do you mean necromancers?
Let's
Hey,
just
what do you mean
enjoy. Let's
necromancers?
just enjoy the night, and let's play some more cards. And as he sits forward and cheers you all, we're gonna end it there tonight because I feel like I could just keep playing for about another 6 hours.
I know.
But I'm like,
I can just keep going.
shit, it's
Yeah,
11.
I know.
I don't know if
Is it?
anybody's out there
Yes,
anymore. Hello, are you guys out there? Well, I hope you are, because I love it. I love this game. You're all. This is so fun. Thank you everybody who's been hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the follows and the subs and the raids. We love you all. Make sure that you check out our big contest. Tell your friends, tell everybody. If we can hit 1,000 followers by next Friday, extra $100 in the pot. But either way, it's a hell of a good prize package. There are 3 winners, so make sure that you do all the shit to get all the entries to win all the good stuff, because we want to give back to all of you for being just amazing and going on this journey with us. Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
Genevieve says
Caliban.
Link in the
it.
chat right now.
You know the deal. Like, follow, subscribe.
That's
Do
right.
it.
Do all the things. And
Do the
speaking
things.
of, I've been trying to get our old episodes up on YouTube. I think I just got up to episode 51, so we're getting there. Next one that goes up is the Halloween one shot, and then we'll race and get the rest up so that our normal release schedule will be Friday show, YouTube on Monday. That's the plan. So we're a little behind, but we're getting there. Anyway. For now, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We love you all. Cannot wait to see you next Friday. Until then, let's look out for each other. Play some D&D, and we love you all.
Love you guys.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Great